Hush Your Face is coming straight to your ears. A podcast network that's changing gears, bringing fresh funky pods with a fresh funky beat. A family of pods that are bringing the heat. There ain't no stopping us. Keep coming back to us, sick ass pods that'll make you hush. www Hush Your Face. www Hush Your Face. www.hushyourface.com.
The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Podcast show number 174. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks a Lot. Today I'm joined by my HGP crew host, plus one, starting from the Great White North, Ryan Gibson. Welcome back, Ryan.
What's going on, everybody? Another episode of Horrible Gamers.
Let's do this. And from the West Coast to Best Coast, Henley Merrill, Gunny Chief, welcome back.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening.
Hi, Gunny.
Hello.
And from the Illinois, Chicago.
The Illinois?
The Illinois, Chicago.
The Chicago.
Clint, welcome back, Vengeful Jedi. Am I right? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Vengeful Jedi, yes.
Okay.
Not Vengeful Loki, as some of you out there seem to think.
Yeah, I know. It's really weird. It's confusing.
You know who you are.
It's confusing. I don't know.
They changed their name, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Recently.
Anyways, guys, moving on. This is the Horrible Gamers podcast, and you're listening to us. We are live on Facebook right now at the moment. We go live every Saturday, usually around 5 p.m. Pacific time, 5:30-ish Pacific time. Maybe 6 sometimes, but around there. You get the point. It's after 5 on Saturday, we go live. And we are also on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers, and on Facebook we have a group called Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. If you look at you find our page, you'll find the group pretty much. Horrible Gamers Podcast. Go look for it, guys. Hush Your Face is the network we're a part of. Thank you to them, and go listen to the shows on the network. Anyways, guys. Moving on to what we've been playing this week. I want to talk about some games that I've been playing, guys. But first off, I need to announce something, guys.
What is it?
I have a Switch.
Like the one that goes in the wall?
The Switch.
Like,
I got a Nintendo Switch! Woo!
What? It finally happened!
Woo! Guys, big news. Super big news. I got a Nintendo Switch this week, guys. I know how
Nice.
I said last week, I was like, oh,
Congratulations.
I want to wait for the Mario bundle, and then I was like, I can't wait.
I know, man. You sent me that picture, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought he was getting the red Joy-Con fucking Mario bundle.
No, I changed my mind, man, because at the end of the day, I did the math. I know how to do math, I think. And I did the math.
Wait. Did you do the math right? Hang on. Maybe we should just go through this here.
And I figured that
we got Brian Tulp in the chat. He's the mathematician, the guy that remembers all the numbers, so he can help us out.
I
Can I
figured
just be
that I
Brian
would...
Tulp for a minute? Can I be Brian Tulp for a minute?
No,
and just,
no,
'cause I already
no.
know what I know what he's thinking.
No.
Jesus, when are you going to return this?
Never, Gunny, never, ever. Anyways,
So you're liking it.
moving on.
Having fun with it.
No, I mean, I'm liking it, but I haven't played much of it, guys. And I did get a scratch on it before I got my damn screen protector. So it arrived. It arrived Thursday. It arrived Thursday, and I had to go to work. So I came home from work. I got it all set up, then I had to go back to work, right? Like an hour and a half later. So I'm like hurrying up, getting everything set up, and then I dock it, and then I go to work. And I'm at work, like working, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go home. Should I just quit my job right now? I should. And then I almost did, and then I realized that I need money to pay bills and play video games.
Yeah.
So then I was like, nope, I need the money. And then I left, and I came back home. The next day I wake up, go to work, come back home, and I'm like, all right, Nintendo Switch time. And I undock it, and I look at the screen, and I'm like, the screen has a lot of fuzzies on it, because the screen is very glossy, right? Like, it's a very glossy screen. There's a lot of fuzzies on it, so I'm like, I'm going to wipe it down real quick. So I did. I wiped it down. And then I look, and I'm like, guys, there was a scratch.
No, what?
There was a scratch on it. Like, it's not a big scratch. It's not like something that's going to kill me.
No, yeah.
But, and it's really mostly on the bezel, like the black part of the screen. It's still on the glass, but it's like the black edge. There's like a black edge on the side. It's on that mostly. And then, sure enough, when I noticed that, like an hour later, my screen protector arrived. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Literally an hour later, it arrived. So I put it on there. But, guys, I did buy a few games for it already. So I bought Stardew Valley on the digital store. But I did buy the Zelda Breath of the Wild. I went to GameStop and I bought that for like $40 or something. And then I bought Mario Rabbids, the Mario Kingdom Battle, I think that's what it's called. And so far I've played mostly Zelda. Out of all those games, I installed both Stardew Valley and the Mario game, but I haven't really played them at all. Like nothing, like zero. And I've been playing mostly Zelda since like yesterday night and today all morning. Pretty much Zelda.
So what do you think?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard, man. Like
It'll get easier when you start, getting your upgrades and stuff. So, like, just keep pushing through.
Yeah, I mean, it's like straight up. Like, they tell you, okay, you wake up, you do the first few things, and then, like, all right, go and find these things. And you're like, okay, where's my markers? And you're like, there is no markers. What the fuck? And then pretty much you have to, like, just literally go out and explore and find these things, or, like, climb up, like, high trees or these towers and look around and set, like, these markers on your map. And you're like, okay, maybe I have to go this way, maybe I have to go that way. And right now, I'm in this part where I did 2 of the shrines, so I need to do 2 more to complete the tutorial. And I got to get to the top of this mountain, man. And I know I have to climb the side of the mountain, and there's little platforms that I have to land on, and I keep fucking up, and it's so frustrating when you just die and die and die
And have to do
It's
the same thing over and over and over
man,
again.
I've died so many times falling off of that stupid cliff, and that kinds of shit kills me, man. Like a big rock monster came out of the ground. I was just walking through the forest, chilling. All of a sudden, the big rock monster like spawned. He was like a rock, and he like started moving. He jumped up, and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." And then he started coming after me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't know how to kill it, so I ran. And then the other guys that almost killed me were the guys that have like the little lasers that lock onto you. Yeah, those guys were like locking onto me for a while, and those were the worst. I don't know how to kill those either, so I just ran from them.
You can't yet. You just have to
avoid them. Yeah,
find a way to maneuver around them.
So I've done that, but I am enjoying them, and I'm really impressed by the game, and I'm really impressed of how much graphical power they have on the fucking Switch. Like, this little tiny tablet can do all that. I'm surprised. And the map is huge. It's ridiculous how big that map is. I'm just saying, like, if you guys think that Zelda is some tiny-ass game, it's not. The fucking map is like 10 times the size of Skyrim.
It's a big map, man.
It's a big map. I think I'm sent me a screenshot of, like, a thing that had a comparison, and it had, like, the other Zelda games on there, and then it had, like, Skyrim on there, and Skyrim was bigger than all the other Zeldas. But then they had Breath of the Wild on there, and Breath of the Wild is like literally 10 times the size of fucking Skyrim, and you're like, holy fuck, dude, that's big. That's big.
Yep. There's a lot to explore.
Do you get a dragon in Zelda?
No, but you can get horses. You can name them. You can keep them. You can kill them. You can get them killed in battle if you're fighting with your horse. Your horse can die. And you die from all kinds of stuff, man. And then, like, I've been cooking food.
Get horse armor?
I'm finding, like, food. Finding this food, and I'm cooking shit up. You find different recipes. I found out some pretty cool ones, like steamed vegetables give you, like, 5 hearts. And then, you find other ones. And it's really cool. Just the way you have to find and explore and keep, finding your quest. It reminds me a lot of Skyrim, but without any direction. Skyrim at least gives you, like, markers of where to head towards and shit. This game doesn't, And it's brutal, man. Like, it really is.
You set your own markers, man.
Yeah, and that's what I noticed. So I went into the map, and it's like, place a marker. And I did, and it's like, place another marker. Okay. And place another marker. Okay. Like, and then you have to go in there.
So
and
when you go up
remove
to the
them.
top of those towers, you should place a marker on each tower. If you can see another tower, place a marker there, and then you know where to head to.
Yeah.
Right? And then you pick off the shrines along the way to get there.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, like I said, the game looks good. The game looks good. And I'm finding out that I really, really am liking the Joy-Cons, like playing with them, like one in each hand. Just chilling, just like, I'm going to kick back and play with one in each hand. And like, it's really comfortable. I don't know what it is about it, man. It's just, it works.
You don't like playing with the actual pad it's connected to?
I mean, I mostly play like that, but then today, like, I was like, I'm going to try the TV mode out. And like, when I docked it on the TV mode, and it turned on the TV or whatever, and I was like, all right, how do I want to do this? Do I want to use the little game pad that they give you to slide them into? And I was like, I'm just going to try one in each hand. And I did that, and that works. It just works, man.
Oh yeah, it works. I didn't like it that way. Like I've tried that too, and I don't care for it. But I can get it because like if you're sitting down for long periods of time, think about it. With your hands like this, you're scrunching your shoulders. You're hunching forward, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have your hands both to the side, it feels more natural. You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm. So I could see how you would like that. It just didn't.
It's just comfortable, man. It just works too. And then obviously, it just works. And I was gonna get a Pro controller, but I was like, man, that's $70 on top of all the money I already spent on this shit. Mm-hmm. I got an Xbox One X coming like in a few weeks here, and then So unfortunately, I noticed that the purchase of the Switch did push back the purchase of the Xbox One X, but not by much. So I think I will be getting one, but I'm going to be getting one late in November because I did see some bundles, Ryan, that interested me at GameStop. I was on their website, and they have an Xbox. They have an Xbox One X bundle that they have after launch. So it's not a pre-ordered bundle. You have to like buy it after the launch. But they throw in an Elite controller for the console, and the Elite controller is $5.99. So you save $50 on the Elite controller. This isn't a bad deal.
It's a good deal.
Really isn't. If you don't have an Elite controller, I recommend you getting that.
Yeah. I already have one though, so.
Yeah, and I have one, but I'm thinking about getting one for my brother.
Yeah, you have one too.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about getting one for my brother. So I was like, you know what? Should I just like buy that bundle and save the $50? And do it that way.
Give your brother the busted one.
Yeah, give my brother the old one. Like, here you go. He's like, what the fuck is this shit?
The one you got mad at playing CupHead.
And I'll give him the new one. I won't be an asshole like that. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in that, there is different bundles coming out at GameStop. If you look at their website, you will see the different ones. They have ones that come with headsets. They have ones that come with actual games, like Shadow of War. There's some that they have coming out with Forza. They're games. These are not like Microsoft bundles. These are GameStop bundles. So it's kind of like the same thing they had with the Switch when the Switch came out. They had the bundles.
So don't expect digital copies of your games. They're going to be physical copies.
Yeah, they're all going to be physical.
Oh, right. Yeah. If it was like a Microsoft one, it would be digital, right? Through GameStop?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
it would come with a code in the box.
Not necessarily. I think GameStop kind of threw a fit about that a while ago, didn't they? Mm-hmm. And they said everything had to be physical.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Something happened about that, though.
But I did see when I went to GameStop to buy the games for the Switch. So, I mean, I bought, like I said, I bought the Kingdom Battles and I bought Zelda and all that. And I bought like a little carrying case for the Switch. I was in there and the chick was like, well, do you want to pay? Because I used my brother's a rewards account or whatever, power up reward bullshit account. I use his name and his phone number, right? Because I want to get him the points. And then so the chick is like, "Oh, you want to upgrade your account for $15?" And I was like, "Upgrade the account? What?" I was like, "I thought I already was a pro member." And she was like, "No, we have the elite pro member." And I was like, "What the fuck's the elite pro member?" And she was like, "Well, you get free 2-day shipping on, like purchases on GameStop.com and like." Instead of getting like 10% off used games, you get 20% off used games. Instead of getting like a 10% bonus on trade-in, you get a 20% bonus on trade-in. And I was like, no. But I can see how that could benefit some people that buy a lot of stuff at GameStop, because getting 2-day shipping on everything would probably be pretty awesome. You probably save quite a bit of money. So if you're interested in that, I would suggest you go and check that out because it might be something that you're into, Because I know there's plenty of people in the community that do that, just that, They'll buy games and they'll buy them all physical because they can actually trade them in and save, even if it's just $10 on a new game, they're saving $10, I guess, Makes sense.
Instead of having a something sitting on the shelf collecting dust.
And it makes sense because there's plenty of games that I buy, like I have Dishonored and Gears of War 4 just sitting there. And I never really play them. You know what I mean? But I don't want to get rid of them because I don't fuck GameStop. They'll give me like $3 for each. So I'm like, fuck you guys. I'd rather keep them. But I know there's plenty of people that would trade them in for whatever reason. They would need the money or whatever. And currently, guys, if you're interested also as well, I'm sorry I'm promoting GameStop at the moment, but you can trade in.
I know.
You can also trade in. You can also trade in your Xbox One X and your Switch, your PlayStation 4 Pro towards the Xbox One X purchase, and they have like a deal going on right now. So if you're interested in that, there's like I think it's like $100.
How much does GameStop sell us? That how much are they paying you right now, Jesus?
Oh, when I saw the promotional ad on the door for the original Xbox One, they give you $100. So
that's what I have.
So that's the standard price for that gunny. Like if it was no promotion, it would be like around $65. So they're giving you like 35 extra bucks or whatever for trading it in towards the purchase of an Xbox One X. So that's $100 off you. That means you'll be buying the console for $400. It's not a bad price. If you throw Xbox One S towards the purchase, they give you $150 off the Xbox One X. So it's not bad. And if you throw a Switch or a PS4 Pro towards it, they give you $200 off the Xbox One X.
What about a regular PS4?
I don't know about that. It didn't mention that at all in the ad, so I don't know if they're even taking those. They probably have so many PlayStation 4s being traded in. They're like, "Fuck, we don't need it anymore. We're gonna make you pay us to take your damn console.
We'll give you 5 cents.
You need to pay us $5 to take this shit off your hands." They probably
take $5 off your other trading credit.
But I mean, that's if you're interested in that, guys. I mean, I don't know if you are or not, but I mean, I know there's plenty of people that are gonna be purchasing the game console at a store like I am. They're not ordering it through Amazon or Microsoft Store. Because they just want to trade something in towards it. It makes sense, I'm not gonna be using my Xbox One S when I buy an Xbox One X, so I'm gonna trade it in towards it.
Right, because I have my second one for my son, so I'll be. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm already pre-ordered mine through Target, so I might sell it on Craigslist.
Yeah, it makes a little bit of money, so you can pay it off.
Yeah. Yep. I can get another game out of it. Brand new AAA game.
For sure. And even Brian Tope Jr.
Assassin's Creed.
Brian Tope Jr. in the chat, he's like, I'm gonna look into those bundles at GameStop. He's gonna be in the US for Thanksgiving, so yeah, like I said.
I was gonna say, not unless you're in the States, Brian.
It makes sense, because I was looking at those on the GameStop.com website, and I was like, wow, $50 off an Elite controllers are actually a pretty good fucking deal, because those controllers are badass. Yeah. And there's other ones that have like a Turtle Beach headset, or like the bundle with like the Extreme bundle. You get like a game, the Turtle Beach headset, like a controller, and some other shit, and that's like $700. But I don't know if you're crazy enough to pay that much for a console. That's nuts.
All that money up front is a lot for some.
You can argue you can make a PC for that much money, right? But besides that, guys, I played another game today with Wingman and Gunny here. We played a Zombie Army Trilogy, right? We played that today, and that game's fun. It's just
playing through the campaign.
Yeah, I mean, it's just killing zombies. There's nothing really special about it. It's just fun. But looking at my games, man, I was just sitting there thinking like, fuck, it's only 2 weeks till the Xbox One X is out, and I want to see if it actually lives up to the hype, because our community is really hyped, dude. I know plenty of people that are just like taking days off of work, not going into work on the 7th.
Yeah,
I'm off that week.
Everybody's taking the week off. All kinds of crazy shit going on.
Not me. I'll be with my job. I'll be working through the holidays to pay for that X and the 4K TV. So
yeah, and I know some people that are like
much
waiting.
Overtime as possible.
Yeah, and then there's plenty of people that I have spoken to that they're like, well, I don't know if it's really like a warranted upgrade. Like if I really should upgrade. And I'm like, well, it's up to you. You don't have to. At the end of the day, you don't have to do it. Like I said, I'm gonna be waiting a couple weeks before I get mine. And I just hope, by then, if there's any launch day issues, that they're kind of brought out to light before I buy mine. Because I don't want to buy mine and then figure out, like, oh, the disk drives are all broken on these fucking consoles or something stupid like that, So it sometimes happens.
Yeah, and also, the other thing we didn't maybe, that could be also with the X, I don't know where they're going to be at around Black Friday as far as like a bundle or something like that, because those haven't been announced, and they usually announce them a week or 2 weeks in advance. For example, like whether it's a GameStop or Target or Best Buy, like
I don't
come in and
think
get
the One X will be something you'll see on that. I don't think. Not this year, anyways.
Combined with a game, maybe
you'll see the S and the regular, but you're not going to see the One X on Black Friday deal. I doubt. No. I mean, I don't see Microsoft letting that happen. Unless the actual chain is going to take the fucking cut on it, then maybe. I don't know, but
maybe.
I bet you it'll be in very, very limited quantities if it is.
I was just thinking maybe they throw in another game on top of, the X, but, well, we'll see.
I mean, they might throw like Shadow of War with the X bundled or something, for $4.99.
Or Assassin's Creed or something, that's coming out.
Something,
but you'll still pay the full price. You'll get the game for free. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah. But
not like, Xbox One X for $299. Black Friday deal. Come get them, bitches.
That's not what I was referring to, but it's going to still be $4.99.
Come get them.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to see that, especially not this year, especially with all the bundles coming out that have already been announced for the Xbox One S. You're not going to see those price cuts at all anytime soon on the Xbox One X. With that being said, guys, I was sitting there looking yesterday. I was at the store and I was like, man, PS4 Pro. But then I was like, you don't need that. You don't need this, Jesus. You don't need this. You don't need this.
Did you win the lottery recently or something?
No, but I have plenty of money to spend right now. So it's burning a hole in my pocket and I'm just like, fuck. No, but that's what happens when you get it's what happens when you get a $2 raise at your job and you get like all this extra money and shit, Like, fuck it, if I blow it on everything.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm rich, bitch. Fucking running around, fucking spending money on dumb shit. But yeah, guys. We'll see what happens. Anyways, Gunny, what have you been playing, man?
Like I said, Zombie Army Trilogy with you guys. That was, going through that campaign. Just shooting zombies in the head, just a blast. But we in Wingman, we played earlier this morning and just played a lot of Horde mode. And it's a little bit different. I think you get more ammo and you're just shooting more often. And I think at the most we had we had 4 players near the end. And we were at this fortress map. I don't know if you've played that map or not, but it's probably the largest one I've played, and that was pretty cool. I think we made it to level or wave 11, and then the 2 guys dropped out. So, but it was an accomplishment all the way to the end. We were just happy to get to that point, but that seemed like it took a while. I think we're just playing on easy or cadet, but it just gets unbelievably hard.
Yeah, that's stupid how the game dropped me, man.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
so mad about that.
well, I couldn't get into your game earlier, and I can join you, but Wing couldn't join us.
There's connection issues. I don't think it's Xbox Live. I think it's the game itself, the way it matchmakes people.
You figure it's an older... Well, it's not an older game, but it's not that
is an older game. It came out in 2015, and that it's like a third-party developer that's not really known for multiplayer gaming.
I mean, can you think of the last time they updated that game? For any kind of fixes? Man, I don't think I've ever seen one on the list, but I don't think I've ever seen one. It's the most perfect game, but it's fun just shooting zombies.
There's plenty of bugs, not bugs, but there's screen tearing. Today I was playing and all of a sudden my screen would tear. You see a big jagged line in the middle of the screen, and they would refresh the screen, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is my Xbox dying? Is my TV broken? What the hell's happening right now?
I don't think I've seen screen tearing, but I've definitely seen where it's just it's lagging out. And matter of fact, I recorded you you were just running in place, and you showed that I went off, but I'm actually you're the one that went off, but it was just So servers suck. But I love playing that game. It's a lot of fun. More Forza 7. Mm-hmm. Loving those maps. It's you definitely get that sense of speed driving these cars. I'm having a blast.
You get that in every game of Forza, man. I
don't know. I feel like they're just fine-tuning these controls and these maps.
They don't do anything. The maps with the cars. It's placebo effect, man. You just think they're better, but they're not better. It's the same shit you played last year with the different skin.
But it's good though. It's good. It's fun.
I'm sure it is, Gunny. I'm sure it is, but it's true, But honestly, all games are like that. Yeah. Any game that comes out with the game, at least with Forza, it's every 2 years, every 3 years, 2 years, right? Because it's Horizon and then the Motorsport, right? Totally. So you know what I mean? Call of Duty's the same shit every year. It's just they put some new little twist on it, but it's the same fucking shit. You're running around with a gun, shooting people in the face.
Yeah, because I do see that, especially with a Call of Duty, where I'm like, it's the same shit as last year,
or Madden or any of the sports games.
I don't know.
Sports games are the worst.
And it's just, it looks nicer this time. We added this new little fucking deep. You can dance around people. Come pay.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to this game. It's not like they added a whole bunch of stuff that just is going to keep you playing. Yeah. So I think, like you said, it's reskinned, and hey, look at the list of cars you own. I still love it. I just still, and some of the tracks they've changed around. It's the same track. They just configured it differently. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
Good. Destiny. I put Destiny 3. I don't know why, but I'll be playing Destiny 2. Iron Banner. And I know Eric's gonna like give me hell for this, but I'm actually really enjoying this Iron Banner quite a bit.
You know what happened today, Gunny? When I went to move all my stuff to my external hard drive.
What's that?
When I saw Destiny 2 on that list, I paused all the downloads, went over to Destiny, and said, uninstall. Uninstall everything. Uninstall everything.
Come on.
It's gone. No. It's out of my life. And then I'm going to hide it from the list so I never see it again on my list.
Man. No, dude.
Hey, do you feel like you got your $60 worth out of it?
Well, my brother, I think it was my brother who bought it. Yeah, he bought it. So
okay.
Fuck it, you're game sharing.
I feel like I got my $60 out of that.
I feel like I
touched it again.
I went to level 20. I did a bunch of other side mission bullshits, the public events. I did a few of those nightfall bullshit craps.
Yeah.
Yeah, nightfall. The only thing that's, I would say that the one thing I don't like about this game is, what is it? I'm at, 166 and it's like, I feel like that progression just takes a while, but you just really got to put the time in.
Yeah.
Because, like I said,
I'm in that same spot. I'm in that spot where you got to do that grind to get past, and I can't be bothered to do it. I just can't.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to overlook that, and I'm going in and I'm playing. I'm going to the different worlds and completing the different challenges, and they're fun. They're fun shooting shit.
That's I enjoyed the game.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it, and like I said, I got my $60 worth of it. I just can't keep playing it. You know what I mean? Like, there's other shit I want to play, right?
And I feel like,
especially now, man, think about all the games that just came out and the games that are going to come out here in the next few weeks. I mean, next week, Ryan, big games, dude. Coming out. You know what I mean?
But guys,
what are you doing next week?
Mario Odyssey.
Wait.
Woo.
Are you?
I am.
Fucking Destiny here, guys.
Doing that over Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Damn straight,
I thought you were going to be getting Assassin's
No, I
Creed.
went to GameStop and they have Mario Odyssey at GameStop, dude. And I was sitting there playing that shit. I'm like, this is dope.
And for Assassin's Creed. Okay? Next week.
Gunny. All right, well, back to your stupid Destiny talk. Continue.
Yeah, right. Crucible, bro. That's where it's at. But I would say if I wasn't playing with people like Alan and David Snyder and Alan's brother, it would just be kind of meh. Like this 4v4, yeah, it's kind of... I have tried it. I've played it just with random people, and it's not that great. But when you take...
No, it's not. It sucks.
It sucks.
And that's the thing.
The thing...
If there's no one to play with online or no one, like, you know what I mean, then it's not
Guys,
fun.
I have a question for you. What's really... Is Destiny... Is it really, like... Is the game good, or is it really just a game that has... That's good because of your friends? Like, I wonder if I didn't have any friends on my friends list at all. Like, I didn't do a podcast. I didn't have any people to play with. I was by myself. And I bought Destiny. Would I have as much fun with that game that way? And I don't think it is.
No, I think you're taking a good game, and with friends, you're making it great. Or it is a good experience.
I would agree with you, Gunny. I would agree with you on that.
I don't know if I would have as much fun.
It was still a good game. I had fun even when I was playing by myself, like through the story content and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then once I got to that grind, I was like, all right, well,
it's all at that point.
With Destiny, I got to that exact same spot, and I was just like, there's this game's coming out, and that game's coming out, and this. I don't have time for this. Like, that's just not the type of gamer I am. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, man. That's how I am. I mean, I'm the worst. I'm worse than all of you guys. I jump from game to game to game every fucking week. You know what I mean? I get hyped for one game. I'm like, oh, I fucking love this game. Then people are buying it off of the community to play with me. And then the next week, I'm like, fuck that game. I moved on to this game.
And yet everyone still fucking loves you. I don't understand.
Yeah, but I'll probably play Crucible. Who knows? I might play it tomorrow for 3 or 4 hours.
But I agree, though, Gunny. That game is fun, though, with friends. That game is totally a social game, and it's a fun game, and it's great to get in there with your buddies and be like, hey, look at my dance, and you're dancing, and you're all breakdancing.
And it's still, I think it's still very, it's just, how do I put it? It's there's not a lot to it, like the Crucible. I mean, the Iron Banner. There's not a lot to it, right? It's 4v4. Here are the maps. Here are the spawn points.
It's like Halo multiplayer, really.
Here's capture the flag. This is where you are. It's all very.
It's like
standard.
Halo multiplayer with nicer looking people.
Yes,
they all have cool armor
like,
and shit.
The makers of Halo. That's what it is. Yeah, these are Halo maps. They're yeah. Basically, but yeah, I've heard it all. Oh, like, you need to add this, and it needs to be 6v6. I think Brink said that. I'm like, oh, that would be super cool if that's what they did.
Nah,
if
they want to stick with 4 versus 4. I think
that would be sweet. That would definitely prolong. It would make this game greater than it already is.
With that being said, go join the Horrible Gamers Podcast clan on the Destiny 2 app. You find the Horrible Gamers. I think it's Horrible Gamers Clan or Horrible Gamers Podcast, right? That's the clan name.
I think so. I can't
get on there and you get to play with all the people in the community, man. There's so many like people that are like legitimately gaming on that shit like every day. Every day.
I think our clan is full. I don't know if we can take any
kick people
more
out. Kick me out of there. I don't want to be in there. Just kick me out.
Yeah, kick me out too.
Yeah, I'll make room for somebody else to get in there, you know? With that being said, moving on now. What else have you been playing, Gunny, besides Destiny?
The last one I played Rainbow Six Siege with you last week.
We did. We actually played with the community member, and his gamer tag is Joe Cool. I think it's Joe Cool 13 or Joe Cool.
I just want to play that today.
Joe Cool 33 or Joe Cool 13. I know there's a 3 in there somewhere, but it's Joe Cool. You're a cool guy, man.
Thanks,
not because of your gamer tag, but just you're an awesome person. He got in there with us. He was like, "Hey, Jesus, I want to play with you, And I was like, "You know what? Let's play, man." And we got in there. We played some Siege, and then he was like, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna invite Gunny." And then Gunny actually accepted my invite and went in there and played with us. But I mean, super cool guy, really chill. He knew his gameplay. He's obviously a pretty good Siege player. I mean, he wasn't very high level, but he knew how to play the game pretty good. We just had fun.
I think we did. We did okay in the. What did we play? It was Versus.
Yeah.
Yes, multiplayer. Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah, and that game is really hard to get back into when you've been playing like Shadow of War. Like me, I was playing Shadow of War and playing other games. It's a really tactical game, and it has so many little like tricks and shit you gotta know and remember. Like the little kill hole on the wall might be a guy sticking his fucking gun through there and shooting you.
Oh yes, and see, I know where to put those kill holes as well. So
yeah,
I do set those up. But back to just another note on Destiny. You can have 100 people in the clan. I think we're just about to reach 50.
All right, so we had 50 people. 50 people can join the clan and get in there. I mean, like I said, these people are hardcore gaming it up, man. And the clan is max level already. So you get all the benefits.
I think you request to join. I don't know if Dave just has to.
Yeah, they have to just accept
acknowledge
it or something.
Yeah,
the admins just have to accept your invite, and then you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right. What about you, Canadian? Pouring out your whiskey there. I see that happening.
I was muted too. I'm like in the middle of pour, and now I over-poured.
Oh,
no.
Man, party foul. Okay, tell me what you've been playing,
I
dude.
got a full double shot glass.
There you go. Take it.
That is...
Cheers, my friend.
That's going to hurt, shot. Man.
Chug.
Hang on, I'm going to talk
chug.
about what I've been playing first.
Okay.
What have I been playing? Well, I'm still playing Pinball FX3, obviously. I've had some messages and invites, friend requests from some people that have been playing as well in the community, and we've been checking scores back and forth. I've been playing actually with Kathy, just trading game to game, and like, you know what I mean. We try and beat each other's score for that time.
Yeah.
And she's actually really good. She kicks my ass sometimes. But yeah, I'm still having fun. Have you tried it yet, Jesus? You downloaded even Pinball FX?
I haven't, man. Like I said, this week I've been caught up on my Switch, dude.
But
I will get to it. Maybe sometime. I know
Gunny's been playing.
I did. I'm sorry. I did play a couple tables. Yes.
You got some scores up there.
I did, didn't I? I took some screenshots. I just forgot to send them to you and Wingman.
I know Joshua Wolf in the community, he was teasing Wingman earlier in our Facebook group, telling Wingman, like, I need you to get on there and play some more tables, man, so I can beat your scores.
The Back to the Future table, I love the multi-ball in that because it's easy to do, and that's fun.
There's a couple of them, Gunny. Which one are you setting off? The
middle.
Up the middle? Yeah. Which one is that?
You can just multi-ball in that.
It's the friggin' flux capacitor multi-ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the easiest ramp to get up to.
Yeah, you go right up the middle and locks in there and spins around. You do that 2 or 3 times, and then you lock your 2 balls, and multi-ball it is.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that table's great, man. I put up a pretty good score. You can chase
because I haven't. Yeah. Maybe I'll get on that tomorrow.
Yeah. What else have I been playing? I've been playing more Golf Story. That game's still great. I haven't played a whole lot more because I've been playing a few other games instead, but I'm still having fun with that. And
everybody that I know that has that game loves it, man, and I kind of want to get it.
Yeah,
it's $15.
Yeah, it's $15.
You know what I mean? Like, and the other game that I'm going to talk about is also on the Switch, and it's Steamworld Dig 2. And that game is great, man. I've been playing the crap out of that. It's like a Metroidvania kind of game where you're trying to, upgrade yourself and get new powers and stuff like that. And you're digging your way down. So basically you have this pitchfork. You knock at stones and you break through them, and some of them have gems in them, and you break the gems open, then you collect the gems, then you got to go back up to town, cash in your gems for money, and then you can buy upgrades and stuff like that. So as you progress, you find these like little caverns that you go into, and it's like another dungeon, and you go in there and you might have to solve a puzzle, or you might have to dig around, or there might be a boss in there or something like that, and you have to kill them. And basically all you're doing is collecting as much stuff as you can, going back up to the top, and then dropping your shit off and upgrading yourself, and then going back down again. And then there's little sections that you can find to warp yourself back. So when you get deeper down, you find like a fast travel where you can go right back to town.
That's good.
And you're always back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and collecting stuff, and you'll upgrade your pouch so you can collect more stuff and stay down there longer. But you have to have light to be down there. So once your light wears out, you have to go back up to the town, get your light refilled, and then you come back down again.
Your light is that it's gonna light up your surroundings, right?
It kind of.
So that you can see other enemies.
Whoa.
And other items.
Other like jewels and stuff like that. They'll sparkle more so you can see them. Whereas like if you run out of light, there's basically a little circle around your character that's lit up, and that's all you can see.
Yeah. I remember that from SteamWorld, the first one, I think, because I played that from your account for maybe a few minutes.
I don't have that on Steam.
Okay.
I think it must be IMS that has it.
Yeah, you played on Steam.
Steamworld Dig is it's and this kind of continues off that story. Apparently, I never played the first one, so I don't really know everything. But from what I've heard, it's the character that you're trying to save in this game is the character that you played in the first game. So for some reason, that character that you played in the first game has gone missing. And then you're basically looking for him, and that's your goal in the game, is to find your friend that went missing. And that's why you're digging and trying to find your way through. But yeah, it's a ton of fun, guys. So what was it, $20, Jesus?
Yeah, it's $19.99 on the Switch store, and the Switch store is really cool, man. Like you can just link your PayPal account to that shit, and it works, and everything's just fucking easy to get in there and set up. Yeah. One thing that I notice that I really like about the Switch, man, I don't know what it is. It's just a Nintendo thing. I know it is. It's all the games are like so fucking colorful and bright and just make you fucking feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the games are just colorful and bright and shit. They're not like fucking you go on Xbox and all the games are fucking dark and killing and fucking guns and shit. And Nintendo is everything's like, oh, we're all just a happy world over here. But there is games like Doom. Doom is coming this next week or the week after or something like that. And then after Doom, Wolfenstein 2 is going to come. It's a little bit delayed from the actual launch of the Xbox and the PS4.
Yeah, I don't know about those games, though, man. I don't feel like that's something I would play on my Switch anyways. Yeah. That's something I would want to play on Xbox.
Totally.
Right? You know what I mean? I kind of feel like those Nintendo titles work better on the Switch, and it's gonna feel right. You know what I mean? Like I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like the Doom could be great.
I know some people that really are looking forward to Doom, but I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I would rather play those weird titles like ARMS and the different little titles. That are.
I want to play Doom on my Xbox One X.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
like that's not. And one thing. I don't know about you, right? But I feel like I'm gonna break these Joy-Cons, dude. These little thumbsticks.
Yeah, no, I never had that issue. I see what you're saying. Like when you're holding it,
when
especially
you're moving them.
when they're on the dock, you feel like you could snap them off. But it's like I don't know. You kind of just got to have your fingers out a little further, and you won't be able to get that bend on it, and it'll feel better. You'll get the feel for it, man.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
It's a weird thing, yeah. But yeah, I kind of want to get that Ghost.
I might not grip shit as much as you do as well, so it might not bother me as much, right?
It's true.
But I mean, you did pull the grips right off your Elite controllers.
How I did that either. That Cuphead game, man, that's what did it. I know that's what it was. Stupid
well, speaking of Cuphead,
you played Cuphead?
That's the next game. That's the next game I played. But I didn't beat any of the bosses that I was trying to beat. So I didn't make any progression, but I still enjoy that game, and I'll go back to it and still plug away at those bosses because it's fun. It's a beautiful game. I love the aesthetic. I love the art. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's cool, but I don't think it's something that I'm gonna play constantly forever. You know what I mean? Like over and over. I'll play it for a little bit, and then I'll put it down for a little bit, and then I'll come back to it a little bit later and see if I make any progression. And if I do, then.
I mean, it's really weird to me how in the last 3 years, kind of the last 3 years in a row, Xbox has been releasing these little indie titles. Every year they release one that everybody seems to fall in love with. And this year is obviously Cuphead, right? Last year was Inside. What was the year before that? The year before that was another little indie title that they released. I mean...
Or In the Blind Forest?
Well, I think it was that one, right? Where every year they release something where everybody just falls in love with it, man. I don't know how they do it.
That's coming too. The sequel to that is coming soon, I think.
Yeah, and it's just pretty amazing how they're able to pull that off. But I think moving forward, the Switch might steal some of that thunder because a lot of fucking indies, dude, are going to the Switch.
Well, a lot of indies are being ported to the Switch that have been released on either Xbox or PS4.
Yeah.
Right? So.
And it seems like a perfect indie platform.
It is. It is.
know?
It is. You know.
It's just
I would love. You know what I would love? Fucking Dust and Elysian Tale on the Switch. That would be fucking awesome.
I could see that.
That would be. I would play it again. Totally.
Be a good side scroller for that.
I would. I would support that developer, man. Yeah, obviously. He was one dude by himself making that game, and fuck, what a game it was.
Totally. But yeah, Cuphead, and that's it, right?
No, that's not it.
Oh, whoa, you got more? You got more?
Wait, there's more. I played South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Is it good?
It's good. It's a good game. I
watched you get your eye scratched out at least 4 times today.
Yeah, Gunny, I was having so much trouble with those bitches, but then I went away. And were you there when I did it again and I beat them? You were still there, weren't you?
I wasn't watching when you beat them again. I just watched like 3-4 times that you.
Yeah, because I was trying to attempt, and I kept doing it over and over and over again, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna go level up and then come back and kick their asses. And that's what I ended up doing. I was under-leveled for the fight that I was in, so I was getting my butt kicked. But then I came back and just fucking smoked them, so it was no problem.
Yeah, because it seemed like they were just killing you way too quick.
Yeah, it was like impossible, right? Like, I'm like, there's nothing I can do to beat these bitches. There's 6 of them, and it's just me. I have no crew with me, just me, and it's the Raisinets.
Yes,
the Raisinets.
Which is basically they're like the Hooters.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the Raisinets. Yeah.
I was getting my ass kicked. I wasn't streaming this. This is great. There's this one, you have to go to this strip club, right? So you sneak into the back of the strip club and you go into this entrance and all the strippers are in there. It's like their change room. And you have to fight through the fucking hallway of strippers. And man, it was so fucking hard. And then I would get to the end, I'd kill all the strippers, and I'm like on the last one, and I have to catch this one stripper that I'm trying to catch because she has a penis tattoo. And all of a sudden, this big, humongous fucking girl comes bashing through the wall, and she fucking jumps up and just lands and like does this area effect and fucking kills everything in its path. So you have to keep moving forward, and I could not get through it. It took me like 4 or 5 times, and then finally I got to it. You have to kill all the fucking strippers as you're going along and just fucking book to the other side. But it's not like you can move. It's turn-based, right? Like there's times where I was getting screwed where I would be outside the area of effect, but the two stripper bitches would fucking hit me and knock me back into the area of effect, and then I wouldn't have enough time left before the thing got set off, and she would kill me. And that happened to me quite a few times before I fucking got a right pattern where I could get through and kill all the strippers. But it was hilarious, man. The one issue I had with it was I had to listen to that dialogue over and over and over again. And it was basically a stripper DJ. And he's like, "Hey, welcome to the show. Here comes Fantasia." And it would be like he would have some fucking stupid things about every single one of the strippers. So every time a new one came in,
was this R-rated or something, or you just didn't stream it?
No, I just that was before I started streaming. Yeah,
Got it.
that I did all that. Because I didn't stream right from the beginning. I just started streaming this morning because I was like, maybe someone will want to watch this or see what the game's like, anyways. But you know what? Jesus, I'm not sure I like it as much as the first one. Mm-hmm. I don't like the turn-based combat as much as I did in the first one. I liked the combat a lot better. It seemed a lot more fun, whereas this one can get, if you screw something up, you're screwed, and you know it, and you're gonna die. Yeah. And it's like, then you have to redo everything and remember, okay, I did this, then I did this. This time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really care for that combat anymore. I used to love it. I loved like JRPGs and shit back in the day where, like Final Fantasy and shit like that. I used to play that shit all the time, but I just don't like that combat anymore. I prefer like a Kingdom Hearts kind of combat where it's like, live action where you're actually running around and
jumping up and hitting the person and coming back down and all that bullshit.
And like blocking and whatnot. Yeah. Whereas like you can get yourself out of a situation if you get yourself into one. You know what I mean? Whereas in this, it seems like you get yourself into a situation and you just basically got to let it play out and die. And you're like, fuck, and then you start over again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of turn-based combat.
So I was looking at that game today, and I was like, man, $60. And then I remember I still have the South Park, the Stick of Truth, and I haven't beat that game, so I'm just going to go back and play that.
Oh, you never beat that?
Never beat it, no.
I'll go
the thing is, I had bought it when it came out, because it only came out on 360, and by the time it came out on 360, the Xbox One was already out, and I got rid of my 360.
Yeah.
So I never bought it on the 360, and then it became backwards compatible on the Xbox One, and I bought it then for like $20 digitally. So I own it. So I'm gonna play it backwards compatible.
Weird? I had a pre-order. I pre-ordered the original. I pre-ordered the new one, the Fractured Butthole, and so I got the Stick of Truth for free because I never owned it digitally. I had a disc version of it when I had it, and it's gone. So basically, I went into my ready to install list because I was going to start playing it again before this came out.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't let me install it. It said coming soon.
What?
So I was like, I thought this was backwards compatible already.
It is, because I played it before on the Xbox One.
And that's why I was saying that, because I was like, I thought it was, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, that's weird.
Unless they somehow pulled it. Afterwards.
And then the day of release, all of a sudden, it was in my ready to install list, and I could install it.
That's weird.
So I thought, well, maybe it just became backwards compatible the day that came out, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Or maybe they didn't actually want to give it to me until my payment went through for the game.
I bet that's exactly what it was.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, yeah.
Because they probably were like, yeah, fuck you, you're going to install this and then cancel your pre-order and get a free game out of us. Yeah, that's probably exactly what they did. Because, I know it's backwards compatible, and I played it like a year or two ago when I started playing it. And, I was going to that. It's a pretty cool game. I like the art style, and I like how it looks like you're in the...
It looks like the fucking show. Yeah, it looks like the show. And it's funny like the show. All the humor is there. All the voices are there.
And a lot of stuff you recognize. You recognize all the characters. And you're like, oh, this guy's from that episode, blah, blah, blah. And, you'll recognize random people in the show.
All the characters are there. You have to go take selfies with all the, like, real cast. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know that character, if you've seen them in the show before, you should probably go and try and take a selfie with them. And so there's like Coonstagram, and you have to You take selfies and post them on Coonstagram. Oh man, like it's gonna make you laugh if you're into that kind of humor. You're gonna love it. But like I said, I wasn't quite enjoying it quite as much as I did the first one. But it's still good, and I'm really hoping that we get to go to Canada again, because that'll be funny as hell. The first Canada level was 8-bit. Did you get that far, Jesus?
I haven't got that far. No.
Yeah. Oh man, you gotta play.
I'm fighting. I remember where I left off. I was fighting some homeless dudes or some shit. They were trying to beat me up. They were throwing beer bottles at me and attacking me, and I needed to fight the old homeless people.
Oh yeah.
They were by Kenny's house. I had to go to Kenny's house, and then when I left Kenny's house, they were outside, and they're like, "Fuck you!" And then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass." Yeah.
The best. So, the game lets you pick your gender, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, are you male? Are you female? Or are you other? So I was like, I'm other. Like, fuck it, I'll just be other. Yeah. Whatever. So later on, the fucking rednecks pull up in their truck when I come out of someone's house, and they're like, "We don't like people like you around here." So, I had to get into a fight with the rednecks, right? So then I beat the rednecks, whatever. I go to school, and I have to go see Mr. Mackey, who then has to counsel me about and try and find out about what my gender is. So he's asking me all these questions, like, what kind of, do you like boys? Do you like girls? Or do you just like whatever? Do you like them all? Okay. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, it just goes on and on and on. I don't want to spoil anything, because it's really funny, but there's all kinds of stupid shit in there like that. And then like you'll fart on one of the guys' faces, and he'll freak out. It's oh shit, what is his name? God damn it.
Kenny.
No, it's not Kenny. It's
the only one I know.
Captain Diabetes. It's Captain Diabetes. Yeah. So you fart in his face, and he has like a fucking fit, and he'll like knock something over so that you can get up somewhere or something. There's also another guy.
Fucking
crap! There's another guy. If you fart in his face, he will jump. He'll jump on your back, and then you can. Or no, sorry, not fart in his face. He'll jump on your back, and then when you fart, he's Kite Man, so you can jump really far. You know what I mean? Or get to places that are high up because you do fartcore.
Fartcore.
Fartcore. I like that.
Is this? Are you talking? You're talking Stick of Truth?
No, I'm talking.
No, this is
it's the new one. Okay.
The map is the same as the first one. It's South Park, right? So it's the same map. And correct me if I'm wrong, Clint. I think you might remember, but Canada is up above the farm, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, there was the farm in the top right corner, and that was like the last place that unlocked, and then you went up into Canada, right?
Yeah, because Canada was the upper right corner.
Yeah.
Because when you go into Canada, you're in the lower right. Like you start off in like the lower right corner of the country.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah. So
Oshawa.
Yeah. No.
Now the question that I have about it is your character white or black? Like, how hard are you playing this game?
My character's white. And
he chose easy.
No.
White privilege.
I didn't choose like albino white, and I didn't choose like white. I choose like medium white.
So you're almost brown. So you're like a Mexican.
And then it goes like Mexican, and then it goes like dark. So I'm sort of like in the middle.
Okay.
I didn't pick the easiest, but I didn't pick the hardest either. Because I knew I was going to, like I said, the turn-based combat, I knew it was going to be like that, and I knew I was going to have issues with it at times. So I was just like, I don't want to go full-on hard and not be able to get any money. Although, you know what? If it does only affect your money and stuff like that, I I don't know. I don't know if it would really matter because the money isn't that important that you collect. You can buy stuff, but why there's so much stuff to just collect around there? Like, I don't see that being something that you're going to need to do.
Yeah.
There's certain objects that cost decent amounts of money that you need to buy for missions and stuff, but I think no matter what, you should be able to have that amount of money at least. So, who knows? But I'm loving it. It's more South Park, so unfortunately the combat isn't what I want it to be, but it's still fun. I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
That's cool.
So what are you playing, Clint?
Well, I kind of played a little of a lot, just because it's been a really busy week for me. I played a little bit of CupHead. Didn't progress, but just like you, I'm still loving it. In fact, I played a little bit because I'm finishing writing a review of it for work.
Oh, cool.
So
sweet.
Not one of the published ones, just our little newsletter. But oh well. But I played Sea of Thieves on Sunday.
Ah, that's right.
I did join that beta. Oh, well, I signed up for the beta.
I swear to God, Johnny, if you get it before me, I'm going to be so pissed.
Because I just did it last week.
Yeah, no, Ryan, I think you'll get in there soon because I don't think you and I signed up that far apart.
No, we didn't.
So, yeah, yours is probably coming soon.
I hope so.
When I jumped in there, at first I was running around just kind of blind, and then I ended up coming across this crew, and the guys were really cool.
Yeah.
And, really, communicative, and we, they were awesome. And, the one guy, you could tell he was like some kind of you could tell he had like some kind of Navy training or something, or just knew a lot about ships because the way he was calling out commands and everything was, like if the guy was on a real ship.
Yeah, there's people there's people that really just get into the game, man.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
I play with some people that are like, I'm just driving the ship, and I'm like, all right, I'll be driving. I'm driver, and they're like, you're at the helm, you're not driving. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, just steering.
Turn 30 degrees to the starboard, and I'm like, what? Is that left or right? Left. Like, turn to port, and I'm like, to port? Is that right? I don't know. So yeah, people that do that type of stuff in the game.
Yeah, but it was awesome because the guy was really cool.
That's cool, man. So I'm glad you got to try that. I mean, I have a question. Do you have a 4K TV, Clint? Or are you
no
TV, like regular TV? Okay, yeah, because
regular TV.
Playing that game, I don't know what it is, dude. But when you were playing it, did the sun almost blind you? Like legitimately, if you look up at the sun in the game. Was it blinding? Because on my TV, it's fucking blinding, dude. Like, blinding. Like, you can't look at it.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
For me, it was. Now, I mean, the actual intensity is probably a little more for you than it is for me as far as how the TV displays it.
Yeah.
But it's going to affect me more than it is you because my eyes are actually very sensitive to light.
Yeah, see, but mine I have, because it's an HDR game, it's HDR enabled, so like for some reason, like all the colors are just it's very bright and colorful. It's a beautiful fucking game, dude. The water is so fucking beautiful. I love the water.
Oh, dude, the water effects are fucking amazing.
Yes.
And to think it's not even optimized yet.
Yes, that's crazy. And it's not even running on the Xbox One X. It's a regular Xbox One S. That's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, but I'm loving it so far. I went to play it more on Monday, and then I realized, oh shit, they closed the
the servers.
They closed the session. Yeah. I was like, whoa, shit.
I think there's another one this week because for some reason I saw a thing that said like people are looking for players, like like the posts, like looking for a group or whatever. I saw one about Sea of Thieves today. So I wonder if the session is live again.
I gotta check my email because I always get emails about when the sessions are going live.
But the game is fun.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, actually, Ryan, I think I did play also a little bit of Pinball FX3 because I think that was when I was in the party talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to put that on there, but yeah, I did a little bit because you were telling me about, beating everybody's scores and and stuff.
Yeah, so I've been competing with Gunny and Wing and I think
I just beat yours, Clint, in the Back to the Future table. So I'm right above you.
You bastard.
Just by maybe 1,000 points or...
You're going down
on that table, Gunny.
Porn star Gunny.
who's got number one on that table for you?
I haven't looked at it in a few days, so probably 5 days, but it's either going to be you or Wingman. No, it's somebody else, isn't it? I don't know who it is.
Oh, you got someone else on your list?
I do. I forgot his gamer tag.
Oh.
But of the horrible gamers,
pretty good score today.
Yeah, I say of the horrible gamers people. Yeah, it's Ryan. But anyway,
Jesus, you got to get in on this.
Get in on what?
Yeah, and
Pinball effects.
Yeah, everybody's competing with each other, trying to beat each other's scores on the tables. It reminds me of when back on the 360, me and my buddies used to do that for a while with fucking Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
That was fun. We would always take pictures and send them to each other like, haha, look, I beat you.
Yeah.
It's like, you got some work to do, son of... It was fun. But anyway, I also, because I noticed that they're doing the free play days for City Skylines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, so I downloaded it and I played 2 minutes of it. Because that was all the time that I had.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell I don't think this is a game that I'm going to be investing my money in, at least not on the Xbox. I'm going to check and see if I can run it fine on my laptop.
Yeah, because your PC is going to have mods, and those are all free, and those are fun.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but with the controls and everything, it's more optimized for PC play.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
Keyboard on
it kind of pisses me off that is not a play anywhere game. How is that not play anywhere?
Yeah.
The developer, it's all about the devs, man. I think the devs want to make their money off of Steam.
They don't want to give you 2 games for one price.
Yeah.
Well, and the PC version is different than the Xbox version.
It's a little bit different. I mean, it has more DLC, for sure. Because I looked at the PC version on Steam.
That's just an excuse. They could make it work if they wanted to.
They could, but I mean, I don't think that they have enough players on the Xbox to justify making the DLC over to the Xbox. Yeah. You know what I mean? Bringing it over. Probably just not enough,
So just give cross-play or give play anywhere just the Xbox version on PC.
They could, but they don't want to. Right?
Yeah. They just had a piece of DLC release for that this week. Green Cities, I think it's what it's called.
On
and
PC?
It comes with... Yeah, on PC.
Yeah, I don't have
So I wonder what they're going to do. And the DLC runs about $12 a piece for those.
Expensive.
Damn.
No, you can get the base game.
I hope the content is worth it.
Yeah, it's there's probably 6 pieces of DLC and they're all $12 a piece.
Wow. That's the whole price of a game.
Yeah, you can get the base game right now, and it's not even, I think, on sale for $8.74.
Oh wow! Okay, so it's a pretty cheap game. Okay.
Yeah, you can get the complete package for $50.
Oh, the complete package for $50. Oh, wow.
I mean, I just thinking if you added it all up, and if you go to cdkeys.com, which is a legit site, everything's instead of $12, you just pay $8 a piece for the DLC.
Okay, well, yeah. I don't know.
That's what I do. So now this new DLC came out. I'm going to wait a week or two, and I'll bet you that DLC will drop $5. That's when I'll pick it up.
I really was enjoying that game.
If I can wait.
I was really enjoying that game, though, Clint, on the Xbox One. As you know, I've talked about it for weeks at a time.
Oh, I know. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to give it a shot. I was like, Jesus and Gunny are raving about this. Had been raving about this game. let me, I was like, but
it's a really fun game though. It's really fun.
I sucked 8 hours into it really quick.
I couldn't justify $40 without, being able to take an opportunity to try it.
Yeah, I mean, and to each their own, because I know there's people that like those types of games and there's people that completely hate those types of games.
Yeah, and it's not on disc that I know of, or if we do, I mean, at least like Redbox doesn't have it or anything.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's a digital only game. That's why it's $40.
Yeah. No, it's on disc.
Is it?
What game you talking about? City Skylines?
City Skylines on the Xbox.
I'm pretty sure it's on disc. I'm pretty sure I've seen it in store.
No, let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm gonna spend some more time with it tomorrow.
Cool.
And see if it's something that I want to do.
No?
I'm probably still gonna. Oh, no disc?
No disc. Yeah, because I'm looking at forums here and people are like bitching. They're like, when the fuck is it gonna be available on disc?
I swore I saw it in the...
Yeah, but a lot of games seem to be going, digital, obviously the digital before the physical.
Well, it makes a lot of sense financially. I mean, you make your money, see how many people really are going to buy it, and then make the rest of the money off the rest of the players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I can't see a game like that, Clint, coming to disc.
No, neither do I. It's too much of a niche product, man. Like, I don't see enough people.
There's a lot of... Well, I mean, yeah, you got like online capabilities and stuff with like these, but if you remember, I mean, because you had like all the old SimCities and Populous and all those other,
but that's just
civilization type games.
Is it on disc?
Yeah, but for the Xbox or just PC?
Xbox. Hang on. Oh, I can't put it in the. I'm gonna put it in the Facebook chat.
Yeah. Huh. But it's a great game. It hooked me for... Every time I see it, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play that, because that's what I'll end up playing the whole day.
Yeah, but, yeah, you played the shit out of that.
I did. I love that game.
I mean, right now...
In the Super Secret chat, I just linked it.
I love
right now, it is on sale for $29.99 on the Xbox Live Store.
Yeah, and it's... Holy shit, it's 50...
it's on sale.
It's $50 on the... on Amazon.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's right. I did see that on Amazon. I was like, whoa,
it's like $48.98. Yeah, and if I did it,
really?
Yeah, and here's the thing.
In Canada, it's $39.99.
Wow, but I've got like $9 in credit on the Xbox store right now. So if I do like it enough tomorrow, I'm gonna end up getting it since it's already on sale, and then I'm gonna, have like that extra like $9 off.
So, it's totally at that price. I would say is worth it because I did, man. Like, and the problem with that game, the only problem that I have with it, Clint, is that I want to play more, but I reached a point where my city is just kind of like not growing and not dying and not growing. It's like a stalemate. So I need to restart. Yeah. I need to start a new city, but I don't want to. So I'm like, I don't want to invest the whole time into a new city. So I'm like stuck with like. I have like a city that's like built up on one side, and I have a bunch of roads that I made on the other side that are just empty roads. Like it looks like some fucking weird city. It's like all empty, and I have like maybe like a factory scattered here and there. Like it's all weird. Looks ghetto, nice. Man. But
I'll have to check that out.
I mean, it's a fun game though. I recommend it for people that like strategy games that make you think and that make you like. Manage shit and then just think about things
yeah,
games that make you think. It's different from like a shooting game or something. But yeah, anything else you've been playing?
Yeah, well, oh, hold on, what the hell?
You right?
What happened?
Yeah, hello,
you're here.
Hello.
I
don't think he can hear us.
He's having problems, guys. Clint's having problems. He's having a seizure, I think.
No, I was hearing the audio repeating, but I didn't have the video or nothing playing. It was weird.
Okay. Well,
so
anyway.
That's odd.
No, so anyway, other than that, like I said, with that, I'll just play more tomorrow and decide if I want to. But I have one last question before my last two games. Jesus, is there an online component into there? Like, could I go and see your city, for example?
No,
but that'd be nice if they had something like that.
That sucks.
Yeah, remember SimCity had something similar to that, where you could actually go and say, "Hey, connect to my city." That was cool.
Yeah, and I know like Animal Crossing and stuff like that. You were able to go and like visit your friends' places and like things like that. So I know
like collect little resources and stuff from them or whatever. Right?
Yeah. They don't have that in this game, which would be cool if you could. I mean, at that point, like they could add maybe a type of multiplayer where, like I say, let's trade. Like, yo, Gunny, I need oil in my city for my, my power plants need nuclear power or whatever. I need uranium.
Oil.
Oil or coal or whatever. And then, like, trade me some of that.
Let's connect the ferry system.
And I'll trade you wood out of the forest in my city, to fucking trade.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be.
I'd like that.
But they don't have that, obviously. Like I said, the Xbox version is lacking so much. It pisses me off.
But the one thing I just want to point out that Steam does have, you can load up game saves from other people.
Oh, so like you can steal their cities?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're just taking their city and modifying it.
That's just for the PC, though, right? Yeah. There's not a...
Yes, just a Steam workshop. Yes.
Okay, because I was going to say, I could steal Jesus' city.
Yeah, it'd be cool, man. It's a really fun game. You'll like it. I think you might like it. I don't know. It depends on what style of game you want.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
I'd be like... And then I'd be like, he built this city.
I mean, I've looked at other games that are similar to
on Xbox Live.
To City Skylines and like even Colony. That's a game that came out in July, and I was looking at that and like it's like a space City Skylines.
Like, Avon Colony. Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's on sale.
Is it on sale too? Yeah.
I thought I saw that on.
And then I look at Halo Wars 2, and that's like $60 now for the complete full edition of the game.
But anyway, the next game I've been playing, I blame you, Jesus.
Okay.
For when I was last on here, this game is your fault.
Oh.
I've been playing Beholder a little bit.
Oh, okay.
on the phone.
Yeah. You like it?
Damn you, it's fun.
It is.
I love it because I love the little voyeuristic aspect of it and the spying and now granted I feel dirty being just some like tool of the government.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's the point of the game, right? Like you gotta, and the thing is you can like blackmail people, right? You can like if you catch somebody, like if I catch like a tenant in apartment number 2 doing drugs, now I can go to that person and be like, well, you owe me a favor. You need to do me a favor. And they'll be like, well, I don't want to do you a favor. I'll be like, well, I caught you doing drugs. And I can turn you in right now. Or you're going to do me the favor. And they'll be like, oh, I guess I'll do you the favor. And they'll do it for you.
Yeah. I mean, I've only played a little bit of it, but I am enjoying it so far.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a cool game. And the art style is really awesome. Like, just like the black silhouette. You have like the little tie on and...
Yeah. I love the art style.
Yeah, that's really cool. It reminds me of Limbo. Like the Limbo, like where the character's like just a black little silhouette running around, jumping around.
Yeah. I love that game.
Yeah. It's awesome.
That game is absolutely amazing.
But yeah, check it out, guys. Beholder.
Yeah. No, it is a lot of fun. Then there's another game that I've been playing, and I have it on my laptop and my phone, but I've just been playing it on the phone. It's Dungeon Hunter 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a free game.
Okay.
And it's just one of these, like isometric point of view, where you're just kind of running through the level, kill everybody, do your mission, level up your character, fuse stuff together, acquire new heroes and equipment and, that kind of game.
Cool.
Yes.
What about Destiny? What about Destiny 2? I thought we played Monday or Tuesday.
I'm getting to that. We did.
Oh, okay.
But also last night it was me and Snyder and Alan and his brother and Chavez and God damn it, I'm forgetting the other guy. I'm forgetting who our 6th person was. And anyway, we attempted Yeah, Blue Yeti. That was it. And we attempted the raid.
Ooh.
It was a glorious clusterfuck. That's the best way that I could put it. I mean, we had a lot of fun hanging out and playing with each other. But we were trying to run through that whole gauntlet area, where you got the two people running and, everybody else is on their little platforms and shooting stuff. But it took us a while to figure everything out for, each role.
I wanted in on that action, darn it. But Fridays I'm too busy.
We're going to try it again tomorrow, and Alan, I don't actually, yeah. I would say you might want to talk to Alan.
Okay. All right.
Because he may let you fill in for him. All right.
Count me in.
Yeah. But yeah, we played a little bit, earlier in the week. And then, we played in that group last night, which was a lot of fun. And we're talking about making it a regular thing.
Yeah, I see. I just stayed behind you, Clint, and just let you clean house.
Yeah.
I watched your back.
About that. Yeah, that fucking video. Okay, so it was it was me and Destro and you.
Yes, and Alan.
Right? And yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was the four of us. And Destro, went in there and, killed a couple people, wiped out. I come running in. I just come, right after he goes down, I just come dropping in out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just start dropping those Titan pulse grenades. Boom, boom, boom. You start seeing names dropping and, bodies hitting the floor, and then we all win. So we're all excited,
yes.
Yeah. Did you see that? Me and Clint just killed the whole team. So that Alan, because, Destro made the clip and, shared it and everything. Alan's watching it the next morning. And he realizes from the names that he stole two of my kills.
Yeah.
Because you never saw him on camera. You just saw me coming in there in a blaze of glory and cleaning house. But when you look closely at the names, you see that of the three people remaining, I got one of them and he got two.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I like his method. Well, you both have the same one, and that's just continue to move forward and shoot. Where I like to stop.
He was staying back and sniping. That was his issue. That was his thing.
No,
I was the one running in there, balls to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good at pushing.
We pretty quickly annihilated that team.
Yeah.
It was glorious.
Yeah, that was fun.
Other than that, I mean, that's all I've played. Like I said, I didn't play any game a lot, maybe with the exception of a little bit of Destiny, but I played a little of a lot.
Yeah.
Even if it was for 20 minutes or a half hour, in the case of City Skylines, less than 5 minutes. But I get more time tomorrow.
Awesome, guys.
Wake up, Jesus.
That's what we've been playing
Destiny
this
talk
week.
is over.
Oh, fucking fall asleep. Done with that Destiny talk? Took a nap there for a few minutes. Guys, moving on now.
I left the room for a few minutes.
Fuck, I should have.
To our listeners.
Sorry, we just lost all the listeners. At this point, we could just say whatever we want, guys, because all the listeners left with the Destiny 2 talk. Moving on to news, guys. We have a lot of news this week. Awesome news, great news, the best news that you will hear in a gaming podcast. I'll tell you that because no other gaming podcast does it like we do. Starting off this week, guys, I'm going to tell you something that's happening in the world of gaming that's fucking nuts. And this is Sony is starting to publish Nintendo Switch and PC games under Unties. Unties is their new publishing label from Sony. The crazy part is, guys, they're publishing games only on Nintendo Switch and PC. That means they're done with the Vita. They're just done. They're done. That's fucking nuts. It's nuts.
I didn't know they own this company.
Yeah.
Unties.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I didn't know that was a Sony company.
Yeah, it's a Sony company, man. But you know what they're doing, Gunny? They're doing it under Unties because they don't want to publish a game on Nintendo Switch under Sony Entertainment. Sony Computer Entertainment.
Which is stupid, really, if you think about it. Think about if Sony released a game on a Nintendo platform, like an exclusive Nintendo game by Sony, it would sell like fucking gangbusters.
Yeah.
Because they're a Japanese company, but no.
Sony ponies would come out and be pretty salty about that, too.
Why? Why would they be salty? They should be salty right now. They're going to not get games on their system. They're going to come only on the Switch and PC.
Yeah, either way, they should be salty, I guess.
They should. I mean, the first game that comes out for the Switch will be Tiny Metal. That's coming on PC as well. It's actually coming to PS4, too.
Oh, no, never mind.
Tiny Metal will be their first project, but they have 3 more projects lined up. So they announced 3 projects all together for the system, or for the Switch and the PC. They're their new publishing label, Unties. I don't know, guys. I don't know. When I first read this, I was like, it's not like, fucking Sony doesn't have their own handheld console to fucking release games on.
Yeah, but there wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, stuff. Surprisingly, stuff still comes out for Vita, but
it's all third party now. It's all third party. That's what's keeping it alive, kind of. The third party studios out there that are.
I'm amazed that anything even comes out for that thing.
Yeah, like I remember I had one of those OLED screen ones. They had a beautiful screen, but no games.
Yeah, I have it too. I have the same one.
Sad. Guys, moving on now. EA has shut down Visceral Games. These are the creators of, publishers of Dead Space. Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2.
Oh, no.
They're done. They're done, Gunny. They're done. Done.
No, that was a great series.
The last game they made? You know what's the last game they made? Guess. Guess what's the last game they made, Gunny?
Visceral, oh gosh, what do they make besides Dead Space?
Battlefield Hardline, the shittiest Battlefield.
Oh, that's
ever
right.
In
Yeah,
the
that was
history of
stupid.
Battlefield.
Well, the multiplayer was but the campaign was dumb.
The last game they made. They say that they have been working on a action adventure title set in the Star Wars universe, and that game will, in its current form, they're gonna take it over to a different studio and they're gonna continue working on it. Apparently, yeah, they're just done. They don't. I guess they don't feel like they need a lot of studios.
Yeah, or at least they've got DICE probably just going full throttle into the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. So the game is still expected to launch in 2019. They said the game that Visceral was working on. I'm not sure what studio is working on it now, but somebody else is working on it, and they said, yeah, we're going to release it in 2019. And apparently, people are thinking that they're going to add like loot boxes and shit to this game, and that's what it is going on.
I've been hearing a lot of buzz around that.
Yeah,
I don't know why or how they even announced that, or maybe that got leaked, but
yeah.
Who knows? It could have been something as simple as, hey, is this game going to have loot boxes? And probably somebody said, maybe. And that's, of course it is, right? Was it in the beta at all? That wasn't in the, I think it was in the beta, right? Okay.
What are you talking about, though? You're talking about Battlefront.
I'm saying, that's what I was referring to. So they're probably thinking this new one is going to have the same thing, but they're announcing something 2019. I don't know. I can see this being canceled by next year.
The game that they were working on? Nah.
Yeah, because they're kind of letting us down easy.
No. They have a contract with Disney. They're coming out with the Star Wars game. That's going to happen regardless, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they needed to do is add loot boxes.
The weird thing is this game was being worked on, was partially being written by Amy Hennig, who used to do the Uncharted series. So
yeah.
They're talking to her apparently to bring her into this still, but she's not part of it moving on apparently.
So I don't know. They'll just replace her, dude. People are replaceable, man.
Yeah, but she's a good fucking writer, dude.
It doesn't matter. Should be replaced by somebody. It doesn't.
It does. It does matter.
You could find writers, man. You could find.
Yeah, but some of the best writing is in Uncharted series.
That's what I'm saying.
She wrote Nah. There's other writers that'll be out there that are probably cheaper than she is. Probably do just an okay enough game.
No, they're still in talks with her, but they don't know if she's going to come onto the project. You know
well, she doesn't. Oh, well. Let her go work on something else. Let her go try to make more Uncharted games, I guess.
She doesn't work for Naughty anymore.
Well, maybe they'll hire her back because she doesn't work for EA now. So, guys, moving on now. After EA shut down Visceral Entertainment, we have more news. This is coming out of South Korea. South Korean government, basically, the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds community uses frying pans to knock people out. And you block bullets with frying pans because in real life you can totally do that. So in South Korea, a politician brought a golden pan to an assembly to talk about the game's success. In August, golden frying pans were given as trophies to the game at Gamescom PUBG Invitational Tournament. As reported on the Wikitree and Gookj News, Congressman Dong Sub Lee brought a golden frying pan to a government audit hearing for the Ministry of Culture, Sports, and Tourism. And he said the following, quote, "Battleground was made by a developer from our country. The game has sold 12 million copies and have gone over 1.99 million concurrent players in 6 months. That is unprecedented in Korean gaming history." So basically he's saying, like, we need to fucking continue to support game developers to make our games from South Korea the best games in the world.
I wonder if he tried to hit somebody with that.
Probably like the leader of the panel that told him to fuck off.
Yeah, right. I would have.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, if the game is successful and you guys obviously have figured out a new market, which is North America. People like to shoot each other in fucking islands and survive. You figure that out and then you find new gameplays and new mechanics. Yep, it works.
Yeah. That's not the only place. They also like to shoot each other in the streets of Chicago.
Shut up.
Nobody talks about that.
Nobody cares about that. Fuck Chicago. Moving on.
I do. Hey, I gotta walk down those fucking streets.
Screw that. We're in bulletproof
Walk down the safe ones. Moving on now, guys. Witcher developer CD Projekt Red talks about Cyberpunk 2077 more amid staff morale concerns. Basically, they're saying The Witcher 3's development of its DLC are complete. But they're now working on Gwent and Cyberpunk 2077. There hasn't been much word out about CD Projekt Red recently. And people are getting criticism. Well, some ex-employees are giving the studio criticism. And a site used to review companies and supervisors called Glassdoor.
I know that site.
Yeah, you know that site? Have you been on the site? You wrote a letter about your old boss on there or something?
No, but when I was looking for new jobs, I went on there to see reviews of places that I was going to. Yeah. It's handy. It's if you're looking for a job, it's a cool site where you can see other employees that are either disgruntled or actually work there and enjoy it. You know what I mean? You can see their opinions, right? So
yeah, basically,
it's kind of an interesting site for that.
Basically what they said, what it comes down to, the people say on there that there was low pay and long hours, especially right before the launch of a game, which is just probably what happens with every other developer in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they gotta make their money somehow, man. They can't pay you $100,000 a year and then, if the game fails, you're fucking lost that money. You know what I mean? Like, they pay you $100,000 a year for 3 years. That's $300,000 that they paid you. And if the game doesn't even sell $1 million, they only made $700,000 off of that. That's not enough profit there. They got other shit to cover. It just doesn't make sense. It's a business. But anyways, they're basically saying like, CD Projekt Red came out and said like, you know what? Don't worry about this shit. This is all, They said that they normally avoid commenting on company reviews on spaces like Glassdoor. But they say, first off, we'd like to talk about our departure in 2015. When we released The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt, we were over 200 developers strong, and that was the core crew of the studio. Since then, we've almost doubled the headcount, and we're still hiring. Do people leave? Sure they do. We've always wished them all the best and respect both their decision and the feedback they gave us at the reason for their departure. We're continuously working on making Red a good workplace for everyone, but we also have a set of values that constitutes who we are and how we do things. So does a departure, even a high-profile one, mean that the project is in danger? One would be very courageous to base the future of a AAA role-playing game on such scope of one person or a few people. Like I said, that writer lady, it doesn't matter. You can hire anybody. Every role-playing game we ever developed seems impossible to achieve at the moment we set out to create it. It took us 5 years to finish The Witcher 1, which we had to make our own engine to complete The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings, and we had to entirely reinvent the way we made games to deliver an open world for The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. When we start down the road to creating something, we know the destination, and we're sure of one thing: even if something feels impossible, it doesn't mean it is. And as it turns out, most often things are perfectly possible. They just require a lot of faith, commitment, and spirit. This approach to making games is not for everyone. It often requires a conscious effort to reinvent the wheel, even if you personally think it already works like a charm. But you know what? We believe reinventing that wheel every freaking time is what makes a better game. It's what creates innovation and makes it possible for us to say we worked really hard on something and we think it's worth your hard-earned cash. If you make games with the close enough, it's good enough attitude, you end up in a comfort zone, and you know what the magic happens. So Cyberpunk 2077 is progressing as planned, but we're taking our time. In this case, silence is the cost of making a great game.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying like, you know what, man, this dude wants to quit and say we're talking shit about us, blah, blah, blah. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He can fuck right off.
Suck it.
Fuck him, little bitch. Oh, they don't pay me enough and it worked. It sounds like a person that's mad that they got fired for something dumb.
Very disgruntled employee.
That's what it sounds like. Guys, Lego Dimensions has lost another player. Eurogamer is reporting that Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment is finished with the brand-spanning crossover which combined the franchises of Batman, Lord of the Rings, and the Lego Movie into a single game world that would be further expanded by collecting Lego kits for properties like Ghostbusters, Harry Potter, and Doctor Who. So pretty much WB is pulling all their like franchise from the Lego Dimensions series.
So is it ending though? Like, are they pulling
Lego Dimensions is continuing, but they're not continuing with the WB franchise.
WB franchises? Okay.
So they could only make like their own
WBIE
shit, whatever the hell Lego owns. That I don't know, something.
I feel like the Toys to Life shit is kind of dead now.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
It is.
No one cares.
Well, they tried to.
A lot of them are. Yeah, but a lot of them have been going down. I mean, Disney Infinity closed last year. Yeah. The Skylanders, it was kind of put on the sidelines earlier this year.
Yeah, but I still see those fucking things everywhere. Skylanders are still like
maybe the toys themselves, but not the game.
Skylanders are still going strong. It's just like I don't know.
It's more like the devs have just
production-wise. I mean, I'm not saying popularity-wise. I'm saying like I'm still seeing Skylanders in like Walmart and stuff like that, and like you see like a little section of Lego Dimensions, and then like clearance stuff for Disney Infinity. You know what I mean? Because that's all that's left.
It does note here that Nintendo has continued to produce and announce new Amiibo toys at a steady clip.
Yeah, but even that, I think, is dying off other than the collectability of them, you know?
What is, for the Nintendo, the Amiibos, is it for a game? What is the game called?
What? Amiibos are for every game.
Oh, it's for every Nintendo game?
Like, for instance, all
U,
the Zelda stuff will give you shit in Breath of the Wild. Any Zelda figure will give you something. Even regular figures will give you something like food and shit like that, or arrows or whatever, right? Like depending on the character that you have, some of them will give you like a specific horse and I'm trying to remember.
So probably when Mario comes out next week, it'll be more of a probably
some of them are for specific games. Like there's ones that are specifically for Smash Brothers. There's ones that are specifically for like Mario Kart, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just curious.
And they'll just like open up new stuff. There's that Metroid ones that came out when that 3DS game came out.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot they do have.
And they unlock content in the game, which was a big controversy. But guys, I'm drunk. I'm fucking drunk. I realized when I went out and I fucking went to talk to Kathy, and I was like, "Hey, babe," and she looks at me and goes, "I like drunk Ryan."
Oh man. Anyways, Ryan, moving on now to a Secret Destiny
what else
Strike.
we got?
Secret Destiny Strike. If you go over to PlayStation 4, because that's the only way you can play this strike. Exclusive content for the PlayStation 4. There is a case. Don't know how. It doesn't say how on the article, but you can trigger Zavala talking about puppies, like in the intro to a strike. And the developer, Bungie, released a statement saying like they thought they cut this from the game. Like, and the original copy of the game is cut. But somehow people are still triggering it, so somehow it got snuck on there. But he's talking about puppies or something like that, and it's something sad about puppies, and it makes Zavala sad or something that he has to go kill baby puppies or some shit. But anyways, if you want to find that, you got to play it on the PlayStation 4. I forget what strike it was, but I don't know.
I remember Iam's talking about killing dogs, like this is like what we were talking about in Destiny. Mm-hmm. Well, not actual puppies, but still.
We know. Anyways, guys, moving on now to more news. The Switch news, Ryan.
Oh, no.
Switch 4.0 update has added new features to the Nintendo Switch. Recently released this week, you can now capture up to 30 seconds of gameplay on your Switch, take screenshots, and share them on both Twitter, Facebook, all the machines, simply by pressing a button on your Switch, Ryan.
What? I didn't even know this.
Yeah, you press the little square, this little square right here. See this little square down here?
Oh, yeah.
You press that.
On the left controller, right?
Yeah, and if you hold the square, it records a 30-second gameplay clip of whatever you just did.
Huh.
Like the Xbox One, like you record that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, or you can just press it and it'll like screenshot. I've taken a few screenshots of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool feature. And I wish the Xbox One would release a controller with the button that's just like that, man. So easy to just press a button and take a screenshot, dude. You know what I mean? Instead of pressing home and pressing Y.
Got to say something about that like 2 weeks ago, and we all shat on him for it.
For what?
About what?
About having the share button on an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
No, we said we need it.
Can't put that on there. Can't have no microphone or share button.
No. We said no microphone. We shat on you for saying you wanted a stupid microphone on your controller. I don't want a stupid microphone. I want a share button, though. A share button would be cool.
Yeah.
Just make a share button. That's all you need. Like, share button, and that's it. Anyways, Ryan, Nintendo basically released a new commercial showing gameplay of new games that are coming out for the Switch, but they showed him featuring this new capture button crap. But you can also now preload games on your Switch, Ryan, so you can play them at midnight or launch day or whatever time they launch. on usually Friday, right? Games come out on Friday on the Nintendo for some reason.
Yeah, Thursday or Friday. Yeah,
so you'll be able to play at midnight on Friday or Thursday night or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can preload games now digitally on your Switch if you have a memory card big enough to preload shit. But yeah, that's it. Switch news. Switch updates. The 4.0 update.
Switch it up.
1, 2, switch, and you click, and the controller clicks.
I thought you bought 1, 2, switch, and I was gonna laugh at you.
I wish I should have bought it.
I was gonna be like, no, man. Be glad you did not spend that money on that crappy game. As much fun, like if you had a bunch of people over to do shit with, and you wanted to show them.
We're gonna have
Switch,
a rooftop party at Jonathan's house.
But other than that, you will never fucking play that.
I'm gonna go to Jonathan's house and play the quick draw game.
Quick draw game on the roof.
And the milking cow game and all those games.
That one falls off the roof because you're too drunk.
Jonathan will be high out of his mind, like, fucking laughing and fucking falling off the roof. Guys,
like in a situation like that game would be fun. But other than that, it's like it
reminds me. That game reminds me of like the game that came with the Wii. You remember the game that had like the bowling and the boxing and.
That's what I said. Like that game should have just come packed in.
Yeah.
It should have just been what came with the console.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But moving on. On Wednesday, security in the Brockville, Ontario store, Walmart, observed a 27-year-old man and his 31-year-old girlfriend taking a large quantity, in quotes, of games from the electronics section and leaving the store without paying. Ryan, was this you?
What?
Police said the couple then returned to the same Walmart store later that day and attempted to steal more games. According to police, security recognized the couple, apprehended them, and handed them over to police.
They saw that bald head and they were like, I don't know who that is.
When the police investigated, they said the pair had pawned the first set of games at a nearby shop. Police confirmed they were not on bail for previous charges at the time of the video game theft. Both suspects are being held for bail. Hearing on Thursday in Canadian land. But yeah, basically, these people stole video games from a Walmart, then they went and pawned them, and then they went back to steal more. Fucking idiots.
I don't understand how they did that.
Somehow the case must have been unlocked. Wait, well, you could steal like. They probably stole. They stole like the ones that were probably like on the $20 games. You know how they have those on like the 360 games.
Out of the bargain bin or whatever.
They probably grabbed a bunch of those or something and pawned them for $3 at GameStop.
Most of the new release games and stuff, they're all in like security locks. You know what I mean? You take that out of there and the alarm's gonna go off, and then even if you do get out with it, you gotta break it out of that fucking case. And then you know what I mean? Like it's like fucking too much of a hassle, I guess. I don't know. It seems like
nothing's enough of a hassle.
That makes sense. The little $20 bin, you could definitely grab a bunch and just fucking run out if you were an idiot.
Guys,
probably got $10 for all those games each run.
If that, you probably got like nothing for them.
Yeah, if it was like Assassin's Creed Unity, they probably got like 50 cents each.
Yeah,
you mean like it's like you got like $20 for like 50 games or something like that.
It's enough for some drugs.
They're probably still selling Halo 4. You know, the first Uncharted.
Guys. If you live in China, I have a new game for you. To our Chinese listener, and there's probably one of you out there.
Our one Chinese listener.
Chinese tech giant, Tencent, that's what the company's called, newest hit game, wants you to applaud for President Xi Jinping. They want you to applause for him. The game is called Excellent Speech, clap for Xi Jinping.
What?
And it's a new mobile game from the tech behemoth. Asks users to clap for the Chinese leader by tapping on their screens as many times as they can in the span of 19 seconds. Users are first play it on a short snippet of Z hours long speech before they're allowed to show their appreciation by clapping. Oh, so they like show like a speech of him on the screen, and then you gotta clap like really fast. Ah! Yeah, clap.
The president clicker? Why didn't they just call it that?
Because he's not any president. He's Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping, motherfucker. The game has been played more than 400 million times.
Doesn't have anything to do with Donald Trump, Gunny.
If I threaten to do something to him, like in the reviews, would I get like some...
Oh, yeah, they'd come after you.
With like some like
country,
red Humvee pull up with a red thing on the side and jump out and come in and take me out of my apartment.
Take your ass real quick. Make you work at a Chinese factory. Making Xbox
Like a Chinese SWAT team would just come in.
Or a dirty Chinese restaurant.
You'd be making the new Xbox One X in a factory.
yeah,
guys,
there, huh?
The game has been played. The game has been played more than 400 million times by Wednesday evening in China, according to What's on Weibo. That's a Chinese website, I'm assuming. An online, it's an online outlet that tracks social media trends in the mainland of China. On messaging service WeChat, users claimed they had clapped some 1,695 times during the game. So for the great supreme leader, Xi Jinping, you must go clap for him, guys.
I'm gonna go troll these reviews.
I'm looking at screenshots of the gameplay, and yeah, you're sitting in like his Congress room, or what's that? Like, it looks like a hall where he does the speeches for his leaders or whatever. And like it shows the communist flag and the sickle and the little fucking thing or whatever and the hammer, and yeah, he's up there giving a speech, and you gotta clap really fast, and it counts how many times you clap in 19 seconds.
I'm making one for Trump right now.
the Trump clapper. That'll be on the iOS store next week. Someone will copy this shit.
Slapper.
Someone will copy this.
So make the first review sad. One word.
1 star. Guys, moving on to more news. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm reading this.
This is dark. Holy shit, going from a clapper to some... The news machine needs to learn how to, like, space the news out to let listeners get prepared for this shit. Guys, get ready for some sad news. A 68-year-old Vietnam veteran in Massachusetts, hospitalized with multiple ailments, died in July, while the nurse's aide assigned to care for him played video games. Oh. He was supposed to be checked on every hour during his stay at Bedford Veterans Affairs Medical Center. And it says one of the country's top-rated hospitals, according to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Initially, his wife, Carol, was told that her husband died of cardiac arrest, and they couldn't do anything about it. Quote, she told the Globe that, that's what they told me. However, just a few days later, Carol Nutter said a doctor called to provide more details on her husband's death. Nutter said that the doctor could be heard repeating the words of a woman in the background, whom Nutter quoted as saying, "If they had done what I told them to, he could have possibly died," referring to the hourly checkups. Nutter didn't learn the full truth until someone from the Office of the Inspector General's investigation told the Globe that the nurse's aide ultimately admitted to playing video games on her computer rather than watching Bill. Rest in peace, Bill, man, because that is fucking sad.
Yeah, that's screwed up.
Bring us down, guys. Jesus,
bitches like that.
It's just, if that's your job, man, like...
People like that like, give gaming and gamers a bad name.
Why go be a nurse, then? Really?
I mean,
why do that?
You're gonna...
Not even why go be a nurse. Like, why... When you have a job like that where you're taking care of someone's life, you're an important part in that person's life.
Literally. You're the person keeping them alive.
Yeah. You choose to play video, like it's just
playing video games, doing her nails. It doesn't matter.
I mean? Like, fuck
yeah.
It could have been anything else.
Gunny, if she was doing her nails, she could be sitting in the same room watching her and doing it too.
Or I don't.
It's like you said. It's like you said, Clint. Like you
could have set up the TV in the room.
You know what I mean? Why?
Yeah.
Why do that? It sucks that. That's the kind of thing that comes out, and it'll stand out to people that video games are bad because of, it's just, Look at what happened.
It's like with the old, like school shootings and stuff, like, oh, well, they were playing Counter-Strike or they were really into Doom.
Yeah.
And these games are bad.
These games are bad, okay? What do we got, Jesus?
More news, guys. Moving on now.
Cheer us up. Cheer us up.
WWE 2K18 reportedly a $60 reportedly a $60 advertisement for their Truth.com, an anti-smoking campaign.
Well, this doesn't cheer me up. Makes me want to have a cigarette instead.
The latest WWE game, Ryan, is following an increasing trend of in-game advertisements. But for some gamers, this anti-smoking website, the Truth.com, is too much. According to a report surfacing on Reddit and the 2K forums, players using the SmackDown Live arena are treated not to only banners for the website on the ring apron, but also to some sanctimonious preaching by announcer Michael Cole, urging gamers to be, quote, the generation that ends smoking.
Have fun with that.
One Reddit user writes, this is on Reddit, this is a quote from Reddit, it says, SmackDown Arena is completely ruined. Menu graphic has a big, ugly advertisement in the center of the screen. Every crowd shirt covered in sponsor logos. The apron is inaccurate thanks to the word truth plastered in orange on it. Every entrance, the commentary tells us to not forget to visit thetruth.com so we can be the generation that ends smoking for good. I'm fine with the ads being displayed on the billboards around the top of the arena. Hell, I think they'll make the game more realistic. But this Truth.com thing is just ridiculous. People have paid full price for an authentic video game experience and should not have obtrusive commercials constantly plastered in their face and have to listen to audio advertisements for commentators every 2 minutes. And while some gamers said the ads didn't bother them, presumably they are not smokers, others noted, I love that every single time I've had an entrance in a six-man, Cole started trying to direct me to thetruth.com, and I cut him off by skipping the entrance. Then he started again like he was not going to let me shut him up.
You skip the entrance, and you're like, shit, I got him finally. And he's like, hey, you should still go to thetruth.com.
Another user on the 2K forum said the truth stuff in this game is just too much. Between the line during the entrances, the graphic on the ribbon board, and the logo on the chairs in the audience, it's like a big ad for truth. I don't smoke and I don't care who doesn't, but this is too much. And and another smoker expressed the sentiment. He says, "This actually is having the reverse effect on me, and I want to smoke."
Me too. Makes me want to have a cigarette when someone tells me that I shouldn't smoke.
Oh man!
It's like, fuck off. It's my choice. I'll make the choice.
I feel like it's a weird placement that they're going after the WWE users, right? Like,
yeah.
Be the first generation. Eat your vitamins and take your fucking...
Smash that guy's head into the post, but be the first generation that ends smoking.
Don't smoke, but do steroids.
Table, but be the first generation that ends smoking.
Throw that guy outside the ring and make him bleed, but be the first generation that ends smoking.
You will be bleed, Jack. I'm done with you. Don't smoke.
Oh, man. Guys, moving on now. Got a full story here about Microsoft now. Moving on to Xbox news.
All right, brother.
And it's the same. My ad blocker is fucking websites. They all want you to disable ad blocker.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. Hold on. Here we are. I got the article now. According to the Xbox, there's a new... Microsoft just shipped a new fall Xbox update. It brings a revamped dashboard, of course. We all seen that. 1080p game recording, a new light theme, and many, many more new features. But Redmond is not finished there, guys. We already know the new avatars, game gifting, and OG backwards compatibility are all slated for the near future Xbox updates. But we now have some of the first details about the chip builds being prepared to hit the alpha ring on the Xbox Insider program. Apparently, this new Insider program says that Minecraft will fully support mouse and keyboard inputs for the gaming on the Xbox One. So apparently these features might be able to expand to other games on the Xbox, but apparently to the new, or so far, Minecraft will be the one game that has mouse and keyboard support. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the new alpha update. So that if you're like in the insider program and you're in the alpha ring, you might see that update coming out very soon here. And that's like the next update, right? Because they're gonna obviously release another update this year for like the backwards compatibility and all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
With the updates and stuff, actually, I gotta ask you guys a question because this is something that I just noticed. You guys remember how I had access to the like game gifting feature?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That disappeared. It disappeared. I don't have access to do it now.
What? Just take it off?
Yeah, like my console updated one day, and then all of a sudden it was just fucking gone.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Something was wrong with it. Maybe something was wrong with it.
I do update.
Something wasn't working properly.
When I did it, my buddy got it just as it said it would.
Yeah, but I mean, just because it worked for you doesn't mean it worked for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I know some people were looking for it; they couldn't find it. But yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it was there. I remember people saying, other than Clint saying that it was there.
Right next to the buy, it'll say like buy his gift.
Yeah, I remember seeing it too. And
they must be trying to get something around that where they don't want people stealing people's accounts and buying gifts and giving them to other people. And because there's hackers, man. There's lots of hackers on Xbox.
But it got sent to the email address to the Microsoft account.
You know what? I just thought of something. Because I used to go to a website, like I did it once because it was cheap and I wanted to try it out. But I went to this website that used to send me, like I could buy a game there, and they would send me a gamer tag that I would put on my profile.
That's a hacking account.
And then I would get the game, I would be able to play it under my profile, but I always had to have that profile locked in order to do it. And I'm wondering if maybe they're worried that there's going to be an online sale that will somehow, like, you know,
like it would be like
that will sell you cheap shit.
I'll sell you a copy of CupHead for $3, and then you go and buy it. But it's actually they're using someone else's account to buy that copy. Somebody's stolen credit card info or somebody's stolen account.
Yeah,
and they're using that. You know, because I have like all my payment methods linked on my Xbox. If that shit gets hacked, I'm fucked. You know?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that on the podcast, but
yeah.
Anyways.
But no,
what's your password?
My whole thing was, if you guys have noticed, just in general, like if you guys have noticed where like there's any features that you start messing with them and then they pull them off.
Well,
you gotta remember too, right? Like this is a beta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so maybe they saw a security flaw and they were like, "Fuck it, we need to fix this security flaw before we try and release this."
Yeah,
and pulled it off. You know what I mean? Like it's a possibility. You know what I mean?
I just hadn't seen any like updates or like any news or anything on it because I was looking.
They're probably keeping it hush-hush, man.
They want to tell people, yeah.
Well, no, it's just,
Oh, really? Let me see if
they never even acknowledged that was a real thing, Clint. I mean, the people that were saying that it was a feature were like Engadget and IG and all these different sites that are just reporting that users in the alpha were seeing it. I mean, but
it was a feature. It was out.
Yeah, but you never heard. You never heard Microsoft come out and say like, "Oh, this feature is in here now. Like, do it." They never said that. They said we're working on it. They said we're working on it.
And it's not. I think it's not uncommon for them to put something out for a day
and then
or
take
two.
it off. You know, they could do that. It's part of. You know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have just been them. They were like, "Hey, this works. Let's put it out." And then they were like, "Oh fuck!" You know what I mean?
Someone probably reported a bug, and they're like, "Okay, we need to fix this."
Yeah.
That's the point of the point of the alpha and the betas that you guys are in are for you guys to report bugs that you find. Like, hey, this shit, when I do this, my Xbox shuts off.
Exactly. And someone could have said, hey, fucking, you know what I mean? Every time I I try to buy it for somebody, it's not working or whatever.
Or it charges me and it doesn't send the code or something
stupid. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else had the same experience, right?
Yeah, I mean...
So maybe you get a lot of reports, or like I said, maybe it was a security issue, or maybe there was just, it could have been anything. We don't know, right? Like, we'll never know.
That'll be fine. It'll come. I feel like that'll come by the end of this year. By Christmas, it'll be here. Anyways, guys, moving on to more news. PlayStation 4 news now. PlayStation 4 has recently updated a specially made gamepad for kids. The $30 mini wired gamepad will be available this holiday season. It is an actual Sony branded gamepad. It is a tiny gamepad for kids. It looks like a Nintendo controller.
It does.
Controller for Trump. Nice.
Almost looks like a big Joy-Con.
It does. It looks like a Joy-Con with 2 thumbsticks.
Yeah.
It does. This is exactly what it looks like. I'm not even going to lie.
It's all right. I mean, like, I would never use it, but if I had tiny hands, maybe. You know what I mean? Not that I have big hands or anything, but you know what I mean? I grip a controller. The
one thing that you will have a downside on this controller, guys, is that it is wired. It is a wired controller.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. That means it's not official.
Side, like it looks like in the picture. No, never mind. It goes up and then over. Okay, I see.
It says apparently here the Sony website says that certain touchpad inputs can be simulated via the left or right sticks, but it won't actually have a touchpad like the PlayStation 4 one does.
Yeah.
And it's 40% smaller than the PlayStation 4 controller because they like kind of take off.
So you have like little kids or something? You know what I mean? That's perfect for that.
Yeah.
It's basically chopping off the little handles that stick out on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. $30 if you're interested in buying that. It'll be out by this Christmas. Let's see here. More news. There's a lot of news this week, guys. Sorry, eh?
Oh, sorry, eh?
Quite a bit. Okay.
Loot box news.
We love loot boxes.
The UK government has responded to concerns surrounding video game loot boxes.
This is a big report. I mean,
it's kind of similar to the one we did last week, right? On gambling.
Yeah, I kind of thought we talked about this.
Oh yeah, it's the UK one.
Yeah.
I say government, stay out of my life. That's what I say.
Apparently, it comes down to
the government's involved with your life no matter what you do.
Basically,
don't tread on me.
It is the UK version of this stuff. I mean, the United States version already said that it's not considered gambling. But the UK version, they said they're going to keep it under review at the moment. But that's it. That's basically what it comes down to. I'm reading the article. I'm kind of skimming over it. It says, they're arguing about it. They're trying to see if it means something, if it doesn't, et cetera, et cetera. That's it.
Yeah, if your kid's buying loot boxes in your account, then you need to be a better parent. Okay? We need accountability here, people.
Just lock your account, man. There's plenty of fucking features on every console to lock an account.
I think that's what this is about. But fuck, I looked at my account. It's like zero balance. What happened? Oh, my kid bought something in a game called loot boxes. I didn't know he was going to charge $350.
Guys, moving on now.
Next week, Gunny's going to come on the show complaining that his son charged him
$1,000 worth of
$10,000 worth of.
My kid did that to me on Roblox, man. She bought like $100 worth of Roblox money. Literally $100.
The Robux.
Oh man, the Robux. Yes, she bought.
I buy those for my son with my PayPal.
And it's so easy. Literally, like it was like, buy coins. Press A. Press A.
Yeah.
A. Press A.
Yes.
Press A.
Wait, did it work?
And then she was like, Dad. She was like, Dad, why is this? Why can't I play the game? And I looked at the screen and it said, buy Roblox bucks or whatever. And I was like, fuck. I look at my bank account and sure enough, it was like, Microsoft purchase, $19.99. And she bought like 5 of them. Yeah, I was fucking pissed, dude. I was so mad. I was like, God, I'm so fucking mad. But like, I was the one who let her play. I shouldn't have done that.
I probably talked about this last year, but if you remember back on the Xbox 360, if you pressed A 3 times on on a game, you pretty much just purchased it. It was super easy.
Yeah, it doesn't do
and
that
that's
now.
what my son did.
Now they just take your money.
I forgot what he bought, but it was like $150 of something.
Fucking ridiculous. I was pissed. Anyways, moving on, guys. Basically, a sensor lights up, you hit it. Another sensor lights up, you hit that one. A third sensor lights up, and when you hit it, you get a reward. No, guys, I'm not describing Whack-A-Mole. It is called Clever Pet Hub. It is the first gaming console for your dog. Clever Pet Hub is an app-enabled device that uses light and sound games designed to entertain and challenge your furry friends, guys. Aww. The sensors on the Clever Pet Hub react to your dog's paw or nose pressing them, and they dispense food when they do it correctly. Games start easy and progress in difficulty as your pup gets the hang of things. Because, there's animals are smart. They're not stupid, really.
Yes.
They learn things. They learn to not knock over the trash can or not fucking pee on the carpet. They know that shit, right? So they're saying this Clever Pet Hub, you can have it, guys, and have your dog play video games at home while you're working.
I've seen robots too that move around and shit. And you can actually
you can buy a clever
video conferencing with your dog and whatever, and throw them treats and shit from your phone.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
pretty
buy
cool.
A Clever Pet Hub,
and
right
even
now.
Little cameras that you can
on
set
Amazon.
up to
You can buy it on Amazon
Yeah.
for $297.99.
There you go. If you want to interact with your dog, have your dog interact with
it is an Amazon Prime 2-day delivery product. So there you go, guys.
There you go. But yeah, those robots were cool because they had the camera. You could video conference with them and talk to your dog and shit while you were away or something. It's a cool little thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
totally.
And throw them a treat. Be like, hey, good dog. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
None of us own dogs, do we?
No.
Yeah.
I live in an apartment. I'm not allowed to have
I
animals.
used to.
So
Yeah, I can't have animals
no
where I
dogs
live
here.
either.
had a fish.
I can, but it's too. I don't feel like having a dog in an apartment building is a good idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like if you own a house and you have a backyard where that dog can run and play and do its shit, then yeah. But living in an apartment, I feel like that's a raw deal to bring a dog into, personally. But anyways, that's dog talk. Let's talk about video games. What else we got, Jesus?
More video games news, guys. More video game news. I'm looking at the news here. Hold on. This article was linked incorrectly on the news.
One.
The last one. So I had to Google it and find it. Okay. Apparently here it says that Nintendo software, Switch software, is outpacing most of Nintendo's consoles ever made. It says here that Nintendo platforms and portable are being outpaced by the Switch. So basically the Switch is selling more than anything else they've ever made. Including the Wii. And they say that the Wii came out in November, right before Christmas. So they're expecting the Switch to sell a lot more units this fall and this Christmas due to the holidays, the bundles, the games, the kids want them, etc., etc. But they say the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the number 2 best-selling game of the year so far. They've sold more copies than any other game on the market. The game that's trailing them, the game that they're behind of, number 1 selling game of the year, guys. You will not believe this. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Wow. Jeez.
That's crazy.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is number 1 on NPDs for the highest selling game this year. The most copies, the most sales.
Oh.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. I'm surprised. Shit. I apologize,
How do you feel about this, buddy?
Last week I called it a failure. This week I need to apologize. That is the most selling game in the whole year.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I never would have imagined.
I would not have guessed that.
Mm-hmm. They say that Mario Kart.
I feel like that's wrong. Like it's not right.
I know they continue to support them, but I
like
think it would be...
Ubisoft is buying all their own copies and reselling them to themselves.
Yeah, something's up with this. Yeah, because I don't see that many people.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's weird. Yeah,
that's very strange.
The crazy part is that Zelda's number 2. When you think like how many Switches have been sold. How many copies of Zelda have been bought?
It's on the Wii U also.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So...
But there's only 12 million Wiis. I mean, according to the Switch...
There's probably less Wii U's out there than there are Switches, to be honest.
At this point, yes, because they say that the Switch has now sold over, I think, 7 million units so far, which is more than half of the entire life of the Wii U. So it's outselling the Wii U like a shit ton. So I mean, they're pretty happy. And Nintendo says that they're pretty happy about their sales at the moment. They're continuing to stay on track. And what you see happening with that is they're actually reflecting that by releasing first-party games on the Switch. You see the Mario games coming out. You see all the big Zelda titles coming out. All the games are coming out on there.
Yeah, but Jesus, you know what the thing I don't understand about Nintendo right now is? All the like big name games that are coming out recently have all been on the 3DS. Yeah. Have you noticed that? Like the games that are like
I wonder if they're afraid
that you would think would be on the new console are being released on the 3DS still.
I wonder if they're afraid of like killing their own market, like killing the 3DS with the Switch. And they're kind of like, okay, we need to balance this out, guys. Release a few good games on the 3DS. Release a few more on the Switch. Like, you know, like they're balancing the fucking act so like they have the market completely tied down. You know what I mean?
The problem with that is that the Switch, or I mean the 3DS has a massive library.
Yeah.
Like huge.
It is huge.
There's so many games available for the 3DS. The Switch needs those games. And if you're going to release them, why not release them on both platforms? You know what I mean?
Like I said, it could be that they know that more people have the 3DS and they want to sell more copies of the game, you know? Maybe that's their goal.
I get that, but I mean, still, like, I don't know. It's just having it on both would be the right way to go.
I'm not Japanese and I don't work for Nintendo, so I couldn't tell you, man.
Build it for the 3DS and then port it to the Switch. Like, why? I guess that does create a problem with the dual screens on 3DS.
Yeah.
So if the game is developed with those dual screens, maybe it's a little tougher to bring it to the Switch. But you got to be able to find some way to do it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
It says like here that Zelda being at number 2 is only physical copies that they're counting. They're not counting digital sales.
Don't count digital.
So they're counting only
included in like MPDs and everything, right?
Yeah, they're counting. They're counting only the physical. That's a lot of copies of Zelda, man. That's a lot of copies of Zelda. Holy fuck! But they say that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 have certainly helped drive the performance as well. As for the third-party games on the Switch, we are still yet to report on Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which Ubisoft has already claimed it is the best-selling third-party game on the Switch to date.
I could imagine that.
But there's also titles like FIFA, NBA 2K18, Doom, Wolfenstein 2, and Skyrim are going to come all in November.
Yeah.
Big titles, man. That system, I think, is going to sell push units in November and December like crazy, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be huge in Christmas.
Yeah, I mean...
I think a lot of people are getting Switches for Christmas.
Not to mention the biggest game of the year probably coming out next week, Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch. That's going to fucking... That's probably going to outsell Zelda.
Is it really next week?
Next Friday, man. Next Friday.
Oh, god damn it is, too. Jeez.
But yeah, I apologize to the Ghost Recon players in our community because you guys have the best-selling game of the year. You're playing it. It's just not for me. Fuck that game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't get into it either. I only played the beta.
Yeah, I fell off of it.
But Gunny, you played that game. You played the shit out of that game for a long time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I got my time out of it. It was good.
I know Alan Maybe plays that game too, right?
Yeah, because they just have they have
PvP,
multiplayer
right?
now.
Yeah, they got
PvP was announced.
Yeah, PvE's out now, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna try it, but I just have no desire to go back to it. We'll see. Like I said, I'm enjoying my Destiny and my Forza, and yeah, pinball.
That's the thing, right? Like that's how I feel about Destiny. It's like there's so many other games out right now that it's
there's
like,
a lot.
Why am I gonna play that when I have like South Park and Pinball Effects and you know what I mean? Like there's so much shit and Mario Odyssey coming out. You know, like I got so much shit to play that those games kind of fall to the side. And maybe that's a problem. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know.
There is. Yeah. There's a lot out there. There's more to come. Yeah, Evil Within 2. That's something we need to play.
That's something else I'd like to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games, man. Like I said, we're gonna be slammed. I mean,
Shadow of War. If you're into that game.
Again, another game.
Wolfenstein 2 coming out right after Mario, and then the big one, Assassin's Creed Origins, right after Mario. That's fucking nuts, man. Like, so many games. But guys, if you want to...
Assassin's Creed's the same day.
Yeah. Well, if you're worried about more games coming to your Xbox, Ryan, I have another piece of news for you. According to the Xbox One news here, more information has been leaked currently about the Xbox original backwards compatibility coming to the Xbox One. So new titles have been announced. We have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic announced and confirmed for backwards compatibility. Sid Meier's Pirates, Red Faction 2, Ninja Gaiden coming also, Blood Rain, and a few other titles on here. I'm looking at the picture that they released recently on Twitter. But yeah, man, that's KOTOR is probably the biggest one on the list.
Wait, right? What? On the Switch?
No, on the Xbox backwards compatibility.
Oh, backwards compatibility, right? Yeah.
Original Xbox. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That is big news, man. I mean, I was gonna buy that game on my phone, but now it's coming backwards compatible. I should just go buy a copy of GameStop.
I heard it's not good on the phone.
I mean,
I tried it. The touch interface is a little bit weird as far as moving around and shit.
Yeah, you try. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll probably buy it for my Xbox One X.
But then again, I'm used to playing games where you gotta move around like that.
Guys, also be ready to feel the true power tomorrow, October 22nd, at 4 p.m. Pacific time. On the Xbox YouTube channel, you will be able to watch the Xbox One X TV spot commercial. It will also be shown during the Season 8 premiere on the AMC's The Walking Dead later that night, tomorrow night. And also during the Super Bowl 51 rematch between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons during Sunday Night Football. And yeah, so feel true power. We're going to see what kind of commercial they release. What are you guys thinking? Something talking shit about Sony?
I won't see it anyways because I don't watch commercials.
Yeah, you could go on YouTube though. YouTube at 4 p.m. You go on YouTube and watch it.
You know what? Somebody will upload it to Facebook and I'll watch it there.
Man, go to YouTube and watch it, Ryan. Feel true power, bro.
Yeah, really, Johnny. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna see someone's gonna post it in the Facebook group and I'll watch it there.
Mm-hmm. Like I'll probably post.
I don't watch commercials at all, dude. Ever.
How dare you? How?
I download, man. Fuck commercials. That's part of the reason why I don't fucking watch cable TV
Xbox anymore. Commercials, man. We're a gaming podcast. You gotta watch them.
Netflix and
it'll come on YouTube.
Yeah, for me, be there.
Fuck! I just realized that next week when Odyssey comes out, Stranger Things Season 2 comes out.
That's in like a week, right? Stranger Things 2.
That's same day. Same day as Mario Odyssey.
Fuck.
Comes out. Everything comes out on that day. Fuck. October 27th. It's like fucking media overload.
Shit. God damn.
Okay. I'll be doing Stranger Things personally.
Guys, moving on now.
Playing Mario Odyssey and watching Stranger Things at the same time.
Yeah. Moving on now to Facebook news. Facebook group questions. We have a post that we post every week in our Facebook group or community where we ask the listeners or the community members to ask us questions about what they want to hear, on the show or whatever. Yeah. And we have questions for you guys. Brian Tobe Jr. asked, what is the job that you did? And at the end of it went, fuck this shit. Next time I am paying someone to do that shit.
I got an easy answer for this. None. There is no job too big or too small for me.
Whoa,
I lift at work all
Mr.
day.
Big Man over here.
I'm serious. I lift all day at work. I run, jump, lift. I've always been that way my whole life. I've never done a job that
you've never paid anyone to do a job like at your house, your apartment.
Never.
No. Huh? Ever?
No, you never had a plumber come in and do plumbing for you.
I live in an apartment where. No, that's going to be me. My wife's an apartment manager, and if it's like past like 5 o'clock, and if somebody calls and needs their shitty toilet unclogged, like, honey, go unplug Mrs. Sally's toilet. I'm like, okay. I'll get up from my Destiny game and go do it. Yep. She cracks that whip. Yeah, I've always worked with my hands my whole life.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything that I've paid for.
I'm a laborer.
I got something.
Okay.
I'll never move again. I will pay people to fucking move me. I will pay people to come and fucking take my shit and take it to the next place I live at.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
That. Because, the number of times that I've moved, it is a pain in the ass every single time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I don't have one, man. I mean, I don't really have one.
Yeah. But if I had to go with something different than Ryan's, although that would be my number one, I'm going to have to say anything that requires me to, like, stand up on a ladder or anything where I'm like up on something. Like I hate even getting onto like standing like on a chair to try to change a light bulb or something.
Really?
No, I can do that.
I can do that.
Small spaces for me I can't do.
No, to me
I get claustrophobic.
I do that too, but for me it's like vertigo. I don't like the heights.
Yeah.
I feel unsteady. So yeah, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't think of one at the moment.
Hey, Gunny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the notes.
What?
Do you see in the questions how I added a question and I added Jonathan Hall's name with?
Yes. Okay.
I had that question next. Yeah. Anyways, guys, moving on. More questions. Brian Tobe Jr. asked, "What is a nostalgic game you would like to play?" And was super excited. And after playing it, it went that. Basically, it sucked ass. Like after you played it, but you had a crazy nostalgic memory about this game, and you went back and you're like, "This sucks."
Yeah. I know there's some that I've gone back to and I've just been like, what the fuck am I playing this for? And I can't think of it at the moment because I've had too much whiskey. But I know what he's saying. Like, there's games that you go back to and you're just like, what the fuck? Or like trying to go back to like I think I was saying a couple of weeks ago, like going back to like those old Atari games or like Commodore, it's fucking stupid. Like you would play that game and be like, what the fuck? We actually enjoyed this when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
like trying to go back to like a PS1 game, that shit would probably be hard, man. You know what I mean? Like, almost like, yeah, it would be hard.
We talked about that Medal of Honor airborne game that just came.
Like, I'm not gonna go back to that shit. Right. I enjoyed it when it was out, like in 2005, but it's recently at Games with Gold, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go back to this crap. You know,
I did feel a little bit like that with there were two games. The first was I think it was Battlefield 3. It was one of the backward compatible ones.
Battlefield 3, yeah.
Oh, no.
Or
Bad Company 2, I think
2,
is what it was.
Yeah.
I tried playing it again after they made it backward compatible, and I was trying to play through the campaign, and then we jumped into the multiplayer a little bit, and I'm like, no, this just does not hold up for me.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like you don't realize how far we've gone since your memory. Your memory has like this fog of nostalgia and shit, and like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, it was so great back then.
The best thing ever.
Like, all the nights we stayed up late until like 2, 3 in the morning playing shit like that.
Yeah.
Then I go back and it's like, what the fuck?
It's like,
yeah. I think I've done that with Rainbow Six, Vegas 2.
I've done it with Vegas 2.
How
yes.
dare you? You shut your dirty horse mouth right now.
I went to Vegas 2 recently. Like when it became backwards compatible, I went to play Vegas 2. Didn't know. No. Fuck
that
no.
Okay, the casino map still holds up.
Still love it to this day.
They need
the casino map is awesome.
That one does.
All right, Jesus. What's the next question?
They need to make a new one of those. Anyways, moving on. More questions. Deshwanta.
Thanks, 3 people.
Deshwanta. Right. Deshwanta.
Yeah. Yes, you read it right. Just Dishwanta.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I spelled it
right.
Dishwanta.
Has 2 questions.
Now.
Sorry, Deshwanta. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm fucking up your name. I'm sorry. I love you. You're an awesome listener.
He's drunk.
Do you think developers
drunk right now?
Do you think developers focus more on pretty graphics but dumb down gameplay to make it feel more satisfying for certain players? For example, the new Star Wars Battlefront games.
I don't think.
Where's the next question, Gunny? There's 2 questions.
Example.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I was saying that Star Wars Battlefront is probably not a great example for that question, Dishwana, because it's. I think it's down for a reason, right? It's not trying to be a Battlefield game. It's not trying to be this intricate, game. It's trying to appease to a lot of audiences, and I think Clint, you could probably speak to this, being a Star Wars fan.
Well, the thing with it is that the second game is still unreleased, so you can't really give a true 100% answer to Battlefront. Because you're saying, the Battlefront games. Okay, if you're going solely on the first one, I'm sorry, but they fucked a lot of things up with that.
They did. It's completely different from what the older ones were. The older ones had vehicle combat. You could fly the ship. You can drop soldiers off. You can call AT-ATs, whatever. And
in Battlefront 2, you could fly and get out of the ship and land,
and then start shooting people.
Stuff. So it was a combination. It wasn't just you're stuck on land, you're stuck in the air. No, you had full access.
It was like a Battlefield game in Star Wars.
And you had like obviously all of your classes and things like that. You also had like single player action. You could do like a campaign and go through and play a full experience single player. Mm-hmm. You weren't just thrown into a multiplayer lobby.
Yeah.
But with the current Battlefront game, yes. I think that they made it feel more like just like playing a Battlefield multiplayer or something like that, just because a lot of people do play that. A lot of people do play the Battlefront multiplayer games or similar games to it, like Call of Duty or things like that. So, yes, to a degree, I think that, they simplified it and they tried going for the element that they thought would be most appealing to people.
Correct. That's way I feel.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny, though, because when you talk about pretty graphics and dumbing down gameplay, I was actually writing about this for my CupHead review, because there's a lot of shit that, back in the day was hard as hell and it was fun and it didn't even have to look good. When we played Mega Man and Castlevania and the original Ninja Gaiden, stuff like that, it was challenging. It was unforgiving. It was hard as hell.
In our day, games were like that. Yeah, games were like that in our day,
Yeah, you didn't have save points and continues. When you died, you started over.
I think a lot of people realized that too when the NES Classic came out, that those games were not fucking easy.
No.
They were hard, and there was no way to find out how to do something. You just had to figure it out.
There weren't selectable difficulties. You couldn't choose easy, medium, or hard.
Yeah.
You know? But
yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of games I feel that we're essentially coddled through them. With exceptions, very notable exceptions like CupHead.
Or Dark Souls.
Yeah. Or like Bloodborne or Demon Souls or any
Souls game.
Any From game.
Yeah.
Practically. But anyway, it is more it is more satisfying, I think, when it's, a harder game and you have that sense of accomplishment. But yeah, I mean, I think there's too many cases where people do dumb down games.
But I do feel like CupHead would have really grasped a bigger audience if it had an easier mode. You know what I mean? I know they put in simple mode, but simple mode is still fucking hard. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's still really hard. If they would have had a way for someone that wasn't good at that game to be able to make it at least through the game, you know? It would have been nice, because I think they would get a lot more sales that way.
Yeah.
But I also see the other side of the coin where it's like, it's challenging, and I like that part of the game that it's like when I actually finally beat a boss, I'm like, yes, I accomplished something. You know what I mean? Like, I did something that I did at the beginning. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, or I had doubts about being able to finish this fucking thing. And then I finally did it, and I'm like, yes! You know what I mean? Like, it gives you that.
To answer...
It's like a mini adrenaline rush or something. But I think with CupHead, you have to play the regular, challenging mode, because otherwise you don't get the contract if you beat the boss on full.
Well, yeah, no, you do have to. Like, in order to, you can play the entire game on simple mode, but then you're going to get to the end boss and you can't get in because you need all those contracts to get into the end boss. Mm-hmm. So you have to go back and play. Holy shit.
To answer DeShanta's question about do developers focus more on pretty graphics, I believe they do, but that's been like a thing that they've been doing since like the Dreamcast days, since the PS1 days, mostly since Dreamcast, I think. Dreamcast and then Xbox, and then they've always pushed graphics as the thing, right? Like graphics.
Think about it. What is the thing that's like the selling point to every new console?
To the Xbox One X.
It's the Xbox One X, exactly. It's like graphics. It's like, hey,
how does it look?
This is going to look better. This is going to look better.
It looks going to be realistic.
Yeah.
Of anything else, it's going to be like, oh my god, it looks better. So that's a huge selling point to games. Mm-hmm. The better it looks, the more it makes people think, hey, I want to play that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily even have that fucking fun game to play.
I take back what I said, Dishwanta. I guess that is dumbed down. Star Wars, for lack of a better term. It is brought down to where it is more satisfying.
Yeah, it's more easy for players to get in and then just play, right? Like
play and be able to compete.
Yeah, and compete. Yeah. It's not hard to compete.
If you dumb it down and make it more accessible, you're opening it to a wider audience, and you're going to get more sales.
Obviously.
Jesus. Cheers. Oh.
Cheers. Cheers to all our listeners that are drunk with us.
It's empty, but still.
Cheers. I got
But guys, there's games that have pretty graphics, but they're not dumbed down. For example, Zelda. I went into that thinking I want to fucking play this. Shit's going to be easy. Dude, that shit's not easy.
No.
It's not a dumbed down game. That game makes you think. It makes you explore. It makes you realize, holy shit, I need to craft things. I need to learn how to craft things. I need to learn how to make the recipes. You need to learn how to fight certain bosses.
You get to areas that you can't even get into because you don't.
I walked into the tundra and I fucking died from freezing.
Froze to death.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And you don't die from freezing slowly. I could make it halfway through there. No. You die from freezing in the first section, the first little entrance part. Right away, you die.
Yep.
Because you're freezed to death.
It's like, hey, it's too cold here for you.
Literally, that's what it said. It said, hey, it's too cold here for you. You should try to eat something to warm you up or equip better clothing. And I was
you
like,
know what you
and
can
I was
do,
like,
Jesus.
fuck this, I'm gonna run. So I held down B and I ran, and I made it like into the water and I died. I was like, you're dead.
You went into the water in freezing cold temperatures?
Yeah, and I died. I didn't expect that in Skyrim. You wouldn't expect that in Skyrim. Like your health goes down slowly and shit. Like,
have you ever played Ark?
I'll tell you something, Jesus. I'll
Ark
tell you a little
happens.
tip.
They're entering that survival mode into Skyrim, by the way. You will die if you go into cold water.
Okay. But anyways,
There is a solution to that problem,
What's
Jesus.
the solution?
And it's not the best solution, but it will work for you in the beginning. Carry a torch with you.
I thought about that. Torches.
Yeah,
Iams told me to eat spicy peppers.
Spicy peppers does it. You can also later on you'll get a costume that you can wear. Whoa!
I read the guy's diary in the cabin, and it was like, I need to find my recipe for like a spicy fish or something like that. And then and like you keep it in it says like, I have this super warm coat that I would give to somebody if they figured out how to make the spicy fish recipe for me. So it's like I'm telling you, like, if you go figure out how to make the spicy fish recipe, this guy will give you his coat so you can go into the cold. So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm like, oh well, but then you got to keep that in mind in your head because it doesn't activate a quest for it. It's just like you got to remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you forget about that,
and then you gotta remember where the fuck that dude was.
That's totally like that game is not dumbed down. Like you guys call it a little kid game, but it's totally not a little kid game. No fucking way.
It's like
it's an adult.
You don't know what the fuck
it's an adult ass game.
Yeah. Give that game to me. Send me your Switch, Jesus.
Gunny, I will fucking send you my Switch, and I want you to try Zelda, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck this game! I broke your Switch. I threw it out the window."
Hey, maybe then we can answer the second question from David. Right? David Snyder asked, guys, Deshanta, you said you had 2 questions, but I feel like that was one.
Yeah, he only got one.
Maybe he erased them something.
So I wonder if he edited out his second question.
Don't ever edit out questions, man. Leave your questions. I want all the questions. Guys, what's Gunny have to do to get the rest of you guys? Guys, stop interrupting. What's Gunny have to do to get the rest of you guys to play Destiny again? That's what David asked.
Well, Jesus, it'd be reinstalling it.
Send me your Switch, Jesus.
No, fuck you, Gunny.
Destiny, damn it.
I want the red Joy-Cons. I'm going to order them from Japan.
Don't do that, man.
Why not, bro? They're special red Joy-Cons.
I know.
I need more Joy-Cons. I need all the Joy-Cons, Ryan. I need all the colors.
You're going to get red ones and you're going to import them for Japan for like $500?
I don't know. They're not that much. Just Amazon Japan, isn't it? That's all it is.
Yeah, but you got to pay a conversion rate and then you got to pay shipping and then like it's fucking you're going to get a bill for like $500 and be like, "But it said it was 67 million yen." I don't know what the fuck that means.
Anyways, I don't know what Gunny has to do to get us to play again, man. Like nothing. Gunny has to go and move on with his life and play better games.
Yeah, man. Like I might go back to Destiny. I was actually like Harlan was talking to me about it earlier today, and he's like, "Oh, well,
Nope, I'm not. Literally, like, dude.
I just got too much to play.
I'm not. I have way too much games to play and better games. Well, not better games, but like different experiences. Let's put it that way. Different experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
But my question...
Destiny was a good game. I'm not trying to shit on Destiny.
It was a good game. It was good.
It was a good game. I had fun with it. I'm moving on.
Pretty much.
I can just clarify.
I know there's people that aren't going to move on and they're going to enjoy Destiny.
And I respect that, man.
I'm happy for you.
Can I just clarify what David is asking here? What is it going to take for you two to just jump on Saturday, Sunday, and just play a couple rounds of Iron Banner with us?
See, Gunny, the problem is with the community is this. I get in there into your party, and you guys are like, "Oh, Jesus is here. Let's play Iron Banner," and then we'll play 1 match, and we'll play 2 matches, and we'll play 3 matches, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I'll have to leave, guys." No, stay on and play some of this, and then okay, let's go do that real quick. Then you do that. Let's stay on and then do this, and it's like, fuck, dude.
But I know what part of that is because I've unfortunately had to do it. It's partly just our time zones in our schedules.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I mean, like you're 2 hours behind me. I gotta get up early for work. Unfortunately, I can't stay up as late as I once used
That's
to.
the biggest problem.
That's a big problem.
With
a lot of
Jesus
guys
and
are an
Gunny,
hour
for
ahead of
me, it's like you guys
3
are getting on to start gaming when I'm going to bed. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't have enough time to game throughout the week, so when I do have time to game on the weekends, I'm like, I don't want to play Destiny. I want to play something else.
Yeah, and that's true. And I guess my schedule's good with Clint and Alan and David and them, and they're on it for the long haul. So therefore, I have no issue. But I can see how you would.
You guys have fun, man. Like, by all means, fucking enjoy your time. Enjoy Destiny.
Totally.
Like, if you are having fun playing it still, do it, man. Like, have fun playing what you want to play.
Or Gunny, you can give us $1 million, like Brian Tubb Jr. says.
Oh gosh, thanks, Dave.
Yeah,
Brian.
He has to play Destiny too.
All right, I'm gonna send that to your PayPal.
Get the community together, $1 million, and we'll be on there every day, guys.
All right, David Raleigh asked, how many hours a week on average do you guys game?
30,
Jeez, I haven't
something.
paid attention to that in a long ass time, but I would have to say about between 20 and 30 hours a week.
Not
I would
enough.
think. Depends.
It's all on the weekend too, so I like literally game all weekend, work all week.
A week includes a weekend.
Yeah,
you know what I
but
mean?
I
It's
mean,
Monday to
it's a
Sunday.
7-day period.
Recently, I've changed my schedule to where throughout the week I don't really game much. I mostly game on like Saturday and Sunday. So
I don't play a lot during the week either because I get home from work. There's TV shows that have been on. I'd rather be fucking watching that and just relaxing than like having to concentrate on a game or something like that. Like sometimes I do during the week. I'll play, but for the most part, I just veg when I get home from work. I don't have the fucking energy to put into a game for the most part.
For me, it's 20 to 40. If I play all day Monday, then that's an extra.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day when I was working one job and I wasn't working doubles, I would probably game like 40 hours a week, maybe more.
Yeah,
easily.
I'd say between us all, we got to be, between 20 to 40 hours a week each.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like at least. I mean, on a bad week for me, it'd be 20. On a good week, it'd be 40. And on an average week, it'd be 30.
Because, I mean, Saturdays, I usually wake up, like, let's say at noon or 11 or 10, because I sleep in, sleep in like a motherfucker. And then I wake up, I eat breakfast, and I game. I do the podcast, and I game. And I wake up Sunday, and I game. And I game.
Yeah. If I don't do a family outing Sunday, then there's an extra 13 hours at least.
Yeah. And for me, it's been rough with school right now on top of things. That's been eating up a huge chunk because there's entire couple day stretches I won't even get onto the Xbox.
Yeah.
Or when I do, it's just to turn on Hulu because I'm falling asleep. Yeah. And so for me right now, and it's only just while I'm in school, it's like including all that I get to play on the weekends, maybe 20 hours. But when I didn't have school, easy 35 to 40.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to those days come again.
I mean, I wish, dude, but I mean, I don't see that in my future anytime soon unless I cut my hours at work. But yeah, man, there's people that listen to us that don't game nearly as much as we do. They probably think we game a shit ton, even at 20 hours a week, I know plenty of people that game 5 hours a week, 6 hours a week.
But I mean,
10 hours
let's be honest. That's why we do a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a part of our lives. Yeah. It's like, it's
We game a whole lot more than the average person.
It's something we have to explain to some date. You know what I mean?
Literally. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do for fun? I play Zelda and I play
video games.
I play games. You do what? How old are you?
I'm like, I do a video game podcast. Really? Well, how do you talk about the games? Because I play them.
Yeah.
I get asked that a lot too.
Here.
Like, what do you guys talk about? I'm like, we talk about what we've been playing and the news and like what's going on in the industry and blah, blah, blah. And really? I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. Like, to people that are non-gamers, you know what I mean? And don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people out that don't even know what the fuck a podcast is. They're like, what? A pod? What?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that like a pod? I understand.
Like an iPod.
Yeah. But if you think about it, when we're talking about a lot of things like the consoles and like the Xbox One X coming out, and like back when we were looking at like the PS4 Pro, and they're doing all these like technical comparisons and everything. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are like, yeah, y'all are just fucking nerds or whatever. Yeah. But, I mean, if you think about it, these are technologies that are growing and developing, and these are also shaping, even greater things out there in the overall greater world. I mean, with video games, I mean, there's training simulations and things that that doctors and soldiers and people are incorporating into their actual training for their jobs and careers.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, there's a lot more to video games than people realize.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like
what I hate is when like an old lady or like someone someone fuck with some girl or something, and she's like, "Well, I think video games are a waste of time." Well, I'm like, well, I think you're a waste of time. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, bitch. You're like, all you're doing is playing your stupid fucking Candy Crush on your damn phone all goddamn day. The hell is that? It's a video game. You know what I mean? Like, that pisses me off when girls say that, man. Like, it's a waste of time. Oh, what the fuck? You're a waste of time.
Let me check my Farmville.
Yeah, let me check my Facebook and my Farmville and my stupid Smurf village. I'm like, well, fuck you and your Smurf village. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Pisses me off. Anyways, moving on, guys. Next question. Now that Gunny's back.
From
Dave Rowley.
I'm here.
Dave Rowley asked, I'm playing Titanfall 2 he said, I'm playing Titanfall 2 on PC and nearly ignored it because I didn't like the first game. What game are you glad you gave it a go, even though you thought you probably wouldn't like it, and ended up really, really enjoying it?
Oh, Diablo 3.
Really?
I was watching Wingman from TXL, and yeah, I remember him playing this game, and I was like, is this good? Like, should I buy it? Like, I don't know. But, because I remember them talking about it on the show, and, oh, yeah, it's a great game, but I thought, nah, it's not for me. It's not really a shooter, and it's not a racing game. But, yeah, I ended up loving that game.
I don't really have an answer to this question because I feel like...
I know one game.
I know myself. I know myself well enough to know whether I'm going to really like a game or not. But... And I can't, like...
Has there ever been a game where you didn't like the first one, but you liked the sequel? Like, for example, me, I know one, Ryan. Shadow of War. I didn't really like the first game. I remember I got into it, and then I was like, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. What's the point of this? I'm just killing guys all the time. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. And recently I've been playing the new one, and I'm like, I completely get what I'm supposed to do. I gotta kill enough of these captains or whatever to get to the main dude and kill him. You know what I mean? Like, it sort of just clicked. I don't know what the hell it is, and the combat clicked and everything.
And it's funny, because that was, like, the same thing in the first one, pretty much. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I hated the first one.
Had to do the exact same thing. You know, like, I don't know what it was with the first one. Like, I had this same... I've said this before. We said this last few podcasts. I had the same problem with that game where it was like, at first, I didn't like it. Yeah. I was like, this is cool. I like this whole Nemesis system and whatnot, and it's interesting, but I just love the Nemesis system. I feel lost. I feel like I don't know where I'm supposed to do. Yeah. But then eventually you get upgrades and you feel a little more powerful, and it all clicks.
With this one, what I love, man...
At that point, you know...
What I love about this one is, like, sometimes the Nemesis system fucks with you so badly. Like, a guy will pop up and his arm will be, like, stitched back on. Like, I'm back to kill you. And you're like, what the fuck, bro? Give me a break. I'm fighting your friend right now. Really? You have to show up when I'm fighting two other captains? You have to come out in the woodwork?
My fucking arm off and I'm going to kill you, motherfucker.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, these motherfucking orcs, they learn from you, man. Like, if you, like... One guy, I kept jumping over him, right? I kept, like, jumping over him with A or whatever. All of a sudden, he, like, pushed me to the ground, and he stabbed me, and he's like, haha, that won't work on me anymore. And it's like, your enemy has learned your combat style. Please change. I was like, what? Change my combat style? What the fuck? Like, their naming system is crazy.
I remember them doing that in the first one, like, but not to the same extent. You know what I mean? They would still learn your combat and be like, nah, you don't do that shit to me anymore. You know, you got to figure out another way to get around it.
It's crazy.
You know, like, we got to stop talking about that game, Jesus, because you make me, I want to play that so fucking bad, and I just can't afford it right now. Like, no, that's the game I'm putting to the side and hoping is maybe on a Christmas sale.
Yeah, and the first one was boring, so who cares anyway?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I'm holding off.
No, it wasn't, Gunny. It wasn't boring. It was a fucking amazing game. There was a lot of fucking fun. You just had to get past that point where you were like fused. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to just, if you're into like killing a bunch of orcs and like being think of Batman, but with a sword and a dagger and like a ghost inside of him that gives him superpowers. This is what this game is. You're that dude, and you're literally just fucking people up, man. Like, you can get into, like, I purposefully try to get the biggest amount of people to fight once. Like, I try to get like 50 to 100 people to fight at once. Like, I'll like have like a group of people chasing me to another camp so I can get more orcs to spawn, to get more people to fight, and I'll just be fighting all of them at once. And then all these captains come out, and it's fucking cool, man. It's like a movie, dude. It's awesome.
But you're like that. You like that For Honor type games and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the sword is so cool. Like, you like fucking block him, and then you turn around and you stab the dude in the neck, then you turn around, throw him on the ground, jump on his neck, stab him in the head. You know, like, you're fucking doing some crazy shit, man. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You build up your rage meter, and you do your executions. It's fucking cool, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
Can I plant C4 in this game and then snipe them from the third floor? No, huh? Shit.
No.
Yeah, you can, Gunny. You can.
Then.
You can.
But if we're
do whatever you want.
So a game that I thought I wouldn't like and ended up really enjoying it. Destiny 2.
Yeah, I guess.
Because
true.
I shit all over the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all did.
Every single one of you knows this.
We all did.
Yeah, every one of us.
Even when I got talked into trying to give it a second chance, Ryan publicly shamed me.
I did. That's right.
Gunny shit on it too, didn't he? Remember Gunny talking shit about it?
Yes.
Shame.
But then I got talked into trying the second one. And I was like...
By me, too, wasn't it?
No, it was actually my coworker, Sean, ultimately talked me into it. My buddy, Bulldog 0428. And he ultimately convinced me to get it. Because I remember cursing him out while I'm making the purchase. I'm like, Sean, you son of a bitch. If I end up hating this game, just remember I know where your desk is at work. I ended up just falling in love with it. I mean, some of the best multiplayer gaming experiences that I've had lately have, strangely been in that game. Mm-hmm. Like when me, Gunny, and, Alan and Destro were running around the other night. We were running around like we were unstoppable gods. Yes, we just clicked well that night.
We were just giggling and just having a fucking blast the whole time.
It didn't matter what somebody was doing.
That's what makes that game great, man. That's what makes that game great. The multiplayer, online, the social component of the game is what makes it great. It would be like, it's just like WoW. In WoW, if you have your friends that you're in there fucking shit up with, it makes that fun. Battlefield, it's like Call of Duty. Any game that you're in there with your buddies and you're all just destroying people, it's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome.
But that's mine.
And I'm assuming David Rowley probably did not like Titanfall 1. This is just assuming. I don't know, Dave. But
well, he said he did.
Was it because
he said that? Yeah.
Well, no. But listen. I'm assuming it was because it was maybe multiplayer only, and now you're trying Titanfall 2, and you're probably playing the campaign.
Oh yeah. So Dave, let us know if you actually
let us know if you actually like the multiplayer. Yeah, because if you don't like the multiplayer, it might be that you just like the campaign. But yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just gonna assume that because a lot of people, really wanted a campaign. The first one, that was like one of the first games that came out with no campaign, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the big deal about Titanfall was it came out with no campaign and everybody was like,
but
yeah, and then wasn't Star Wars out just after
it? Yeah, and then like people.
But there's other games like that were on the, I think, original Xbox or the 360, like Shadowrun, that didn't have a campaign that were like strictly online.
Yeah, I guess.
But it was a lot more rare.
Yeah.
This was like a big hyped exclusive game that came out with no campaign, and people were like, "What the fuck are you doing? No campaign? That's crazy." But it worked, and it worked good. Mm-hmm. Moving on, guys, to Jonathan Hall's question. He is high right now at a rave, just to let people know. He's high out of his mind right now, playing Xbox. I don't know if
he should announce that.
In a rave.
He's popping smoothies left and right.
He's doing all the ecstasy in the world. Tricks. All the ecstasy in the world inside a rave right now in Portland. Jonathan Hall asked, "Do you play?"
Let's he fucking arranged this whole thing.
He's so like the promoter of the party.
He's a promoter for the rave.
So he's probably got to stay in his right mind to make sure that everything goes well.
Yeah, totally. He said they're going to be playing Xbox there too. It's pretty cool. They're going to have like Xbox on a big projector and be playing it, and awesome. Probably Titanfall, knowing him. Jonathan Hall asked, "Do you play inverted or non-inverted? Why do you think that is? And do you silently hate on the people who prefer the other? And what the fuck is up with people who can play both ways? Are they spawns of Satan or the next step in evolution? Thanks, guys. Rave on."
Before I answer this question, go ahead, Brian.
So,
what's inverted mean? Inverted means when you...
That means up is down and down is up.
It's like flight control.
So,
basically.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the only time I like inverted controls is if I'm flying a plane. If I'm doing anything else, I want up to be up and down to be down. If I'm flying, then I want reverse. But that to me is because, like, my dad owned airplanes when I was a kid, like little ones. I'm talking like little 2-seater planes and shit like that. I learned how to fly when I was a kid, so it feels right to me. You know what I mean? Because that's the way it actually is in an airplane, where pushing in is down and pulling out is up.
Yeah,
so it's like it's reversed.
So Ryan, hold up. We know this fact about Ryan. You know how to fly a fucking airplane?
Yeah. I don't have my license or anything, but yeah, I could fly a small airplane.
We're going to buy an airplane with Ryan and have him fly us around.
You come beat us?
He'd still have to get his license, though.
A Cessna 150 and a Cub. And yeah, I would still need to get my license.
No, you won't. Just fly over, dude.
Yeah, just fly over,
sure.
Man. You'd be cool.
Yeah. You realize he'll probably be hitting like no-fly zones.
You get shot down by
the international border. You realize that, gun.
Go home, Canadian.
I watched that movie. I watched that movie with Tom Cruise. You just got to fly low enough on the ground, dude, where they don't spot you, and you'd be fine.
I'll cut some trees down, Ryan, so that you can just kind of sneak through.
Is because when I used to go up with my dad and we would fly, my dad was like, "Listen, if anything ever happens to me up here, you need to know how to get a hold of ground control and possibly land this plane. If he was to have a heart attack when we were up or something, you know what I mean?" So he's like, "So this is what you have to do." And he taught me how to do it. I never went and got my license or anything, but I know how to land, take off, and fly a plane and navigate a plane. But again, like, no license, so I mean, like, it's not like I could actually do it, but I can do it.
You could. It would just be illegal.
Yeah.
Come California.
It's like me driving a car.
That being said, though,
I don't have a license. I'm not allowed.
Fuck inverted.
I know the mechanics.
Fuck inverted controls, man. I hate those when like you can't have Mario pressing up on the fucking D-pad and he goes down. Like that makes no fucking sense. You can't have like any game, any fucking game.
There's certain things that inverted controls work for. Like I said, flying, for instance. I mean, like, flying is a fucking big one where it's like, it just feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But first-person shooter? No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
I think the default is non-inverted, correct?
Yeah, it's always non-inverted, yeah.
I know what Jonathan's talking about. I've probably seen those people on the forums and just through comments and stuff. Because I play just the basic non-inverted. Yeah. And I do see where games say, hey, do you want to change this to inverted? I'm like, no, just keep it the way it is. But I've seen those people where, yeah, I can play both ways. I can play by controller with one hand. But that was before I had, crippling arthritis in my... No, yeah, they're spawns of Satan, John, and the scum of the earth. For those to claim that.
I remember Jonathan, we went to that Xbox One X event in Portland. He fucking went in and switched the controls of the fucking Xboxes he was playing on. I'm like, you're such a dick, dude. I'm like, people are going to be pissed when they come on this shit and their controls are all fucking backwards. Oh, but yeah, he was like,
so was he doing it just to piss people off?
No, he was doing it because that's how he plays. He wants to know this. I know that's why he's asking this question, because he plays inverted. And that's the only way he can play. Yeah.
But I have to like those people, John.
That's weird.
Fuck those people, John. Gunny said, "Fuck you, John."
But I'm kind of the same way Ryan is. Like I can do it and see it in a flight game.
Yeah.
Because to me, if I'm pulling down on the thumbstick, it's like I'm kicking down the back of the plane.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm making that go up.
I agree.
That's logical. That's how it works in my brain.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no. If I hit up, I expect to be like looking up at the sky.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
In Battlefield, even in Battlefield 4, I did it where I went in Battlefield 3, I did it even, where I would go in and I changed all the controls for the airplanes, where it says like helicopter controls or plane controls. I switched all of them to like have it that way where it's inverted, where you press down, up is down, down is up, or whatever, like all that shit, or up is down, or
it just feels right.
Yeah, it just feels right.
Feels right, you know.
I'm thinking it was that Crimson Skies that was like a default non-inverted or so. It was one of those like
you would have to switch that up, man. I wouldn't be able to play it. Oh gosh,
that just drove me nuts.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on now, guys. Next question, last question, real quick, by Alex Windley, and he posted this in the group earlier. I wanted to pull this because I want to know what you guys are going to do when Xbox One X launches. Sorry. Catch my breath real quick. Retailers like GameStop, I ran out of breath saying 3 words. Retailers like GameStop will offer system warranties like $49.99 for 1 year or $74.99 for 2 years. Do you usually get these? I personally find them not to be worth it, but I am considering it just for the peace of mind. Being able to drive to GameStop if anything goes wrong and just trade it in and get a new one would be amazing. He says, what is your opinion on this? Will you get a warranty for your X?
Let's be honest here, okay? If something's going to go wrong with your console, it's probably going to happen within the first year. There's a manufacturer warranty for 1 year. Therefore, that has to be covered for that 1 year, no matter what. Maybe you got to send it back to Microsoft and not the EB and whatever. Yeah, you got to go through a hassle, but fucking $50 is $50.
I think,
you know what I mean? If you got the $50 to waste on it, then go ahead. If you don't, buy another fucking game. You know what I mean? Like $50 for another year.
I mean,
and also, if it's going to be like a Red Ring type situation, well,
there's no Red Ring type situation nowadays.
Knock on wood, but it would be something that would be covered if it was some real defect.
I mean, like Microsoft came out and said like 3-year warranties for all Xbox. You know,
so let's look at. I'm looking at Best Buy warranties here. The Best Buy warranties.
Hey, but we've seen all those come out and go, "Oh, my Xbox One is just it's broken, and I received it broken."
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it happen, man. Where and I can see the hassle.
There's always going to be faulty.
Listen. The benefit of paying this up front is. The benefit of going down to GameStop telling them, hey, you guys sold me a piece of shit. Or I threw it out the window because I was mad because I lost that Halo or whatever. I need a new one. And they're like, okay, here you go. They give you a new one and you go drive back home, you plug it back, you're good to go.
Yep.
And the shitty part is having to wait for Microsoft to send you the box. Because I think they send you the box, right? They send you the box. Takes like 3 days to send you the box. You send them the console. It takes them 3 days to receive the console, or 4 days. They have to process the console. Takes another 3 days to a week.
Yeah.
Then they have to issue that it actually is broken because something they did wrong. So then that takes like another day. Then they have to package the new one and send you it back or repair it or send it back. All in all, at the end of the day, you're going to be missing out 2 weeks of gaming.
Yeah,
at the
sure.
least.
But you know what? I still feel like I wouldn't pay GameStop for that extra money. I just wouldn't. Or buy. Either way.
Right, they're both going to offer it.
I never, ever buy an extended warranty.
But
ever. Because the most part, you know what I mean? You buy that extended warranty and you never use it. And it's just wasted money.
I don't think I've ever used one.
For peace of mind, I guess,
Yeah. I have. I used it on the 360 because I had...
Yeah, but you knew about issues, right? Like...
No, what I was experiencing wasn't a common issue. Like turning on my console to find that all of the data had been removed. Like it was just wiped.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Nobody could explain what happened. I was on the phone for 2 hours with some chick that she's like, we don't know what's going on, so we can't really do anything.
Yeah.
But I had the extended warranty from what was Game Crazy, because they were still around. So I went to them. They're like, yeah, here, we'll swap it out. There was another issue where it turns out that it was a third-party device. It was a cooling fan that I had put onto the back of the console. Mm-hmm. It was actually causing it to, overheat.
Oh, one of those Nyko fans or whatever?
Yes, those motherfucking intercoolers.
Stupid Nyko fans.
I worked at EB when they sold those motherfucking things. I told every customer that walked up with one of those things, don't buy that fucking thing.
I always told people the same thing. I would go to GameStop and I would see little kids grabbing them and be like, dude, you don't want that. That's just going to fuck your warranty. Your console's going to be overheating. You're fucked.
Yeah, but when I bought it, it was before the reports.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was it. Even when I took the console in, and I was just like, "Hey, it's overheating. It's giving me this red ring."
Yeah.
They swapped it out. Now, granted, the second one started doing that within a day, and I realized I took the thing off and I took the intercooler off and it was fine. But for me, it was a peace of mind of...
Yeah, and I totally agree, man.
Because if I stuck strictly with the manufacturer...
You would have been fucked.
Warranty thing. Yeah, it's like you said. It had been 2 weeks before I got it back.
Yeah.
I would have slapped that cooler back onto it. And then I would have had to... send the console back again, and I'd miss out on a month of gaming.
Yeah, that's a long time for us gamers, man, especially us hardcore.
Yeah, but that's your own stupidity for buying one of those stupid coolers.
But at the time, I agree with him though, Ryan. At the time, people didn't really know about that stuff.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
I did what was logical at the time.
And they continue to sell those stupid things.
They do. Even nowadays, they sell them.
My personal look at it, I have a second console. So if I got to send my console off, I'm not really that worried.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ryan, not a lot of people.
Not everybody has
a second console.
Yeah.
Not
there's
everybody.
People that only have a PlayStation or only have an Xbox, and there's people that are going to be blowing $500. That's a lot of money to blow on a console, and then find out it's broken.
Think about it this way: do you realize how much fucking money those companies make off of you buying that warranty, and you never fucking use it, and then 3 days after your fucking warranty is up, that's when something happens. And
well, let me tell you something. If you want to buy there's Microsoft has a warranty of on the consoles. I think it's a year, right? A year.
Yeah, 1 year manufacturer's warranty.
But you can buy extended warranty plans on the Xbox console themselves. For 3 years in the United States, you will pay $69.99 for a 3-year extended warranty on your Xbox One X. Mm-hmm. In Canada, $79.99, and that's like Microsoft's extended warranty. So you would get your 1 year plus 3 years, so it's 4 years.
Game right there. I'd rather buy for that money.
3 years. 3 years, you get a warranty, and I guarantee you, most likely, if you treat your console properly,
don't be guaranteeing this shit.
Not going to fucking do that.
Because people are going to be calling the podcast saying that you owe them an Xbox.
Jesus, if
millions of people pay $79.99 or $69 or whatever.
And you know what that's called, Ryan? You know what that's called? Peace of mind, man. If you have the money to blow, do it.
Yeah,
it's absolutely peace of mind.
I look at it almost like insurance, like a car insurance.
Car insurance, exactly.
You can buy it, or health insurance, like at work. You can buy it and buy into it, and may end up never using it.
Health insurance. What's that?
Yeah, no, but for the people that buy it that end up needing it,
yes,
it's a godsend to them. But not everybody is gonna.
When I wrecked my fucking car a couple years ago and I had full coverage, I was glad I had full coverage because if I wouldn't have had that, I would have been fucking no car.
Jesus could have been uninsured and he'd be fucked right now.
Yeah, I would have no car. I wouldn't have a job. I would lose my job. Everything would be fucked. That's the peace of mind. He'd be living in my
garage.
Yeah, I would be living in Clint's garage.
Well, actually, he'd be chained to the wall in there. But...
Whoa.
Oh, hey,
guy.
You know, with the ball gag and.
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
But I mean, that's it. I'm just letting the listeners know if you don't want to if you say you don't want to give GameStop the warranty, you can always go home, register your console on Xbox.com. I recommend everybody to do this when you buy a new console. Go home, absolutely. Register your consoles, guys. Register your consoles on Xbox.com. You enter the serial number.
So much easier if you have to do any warranty.
Yeah, and then within 45 days of your new purchase of the Xbox One X, whether you purchase it in day one or in December, Christmas time, within 45 days of your purchase, you need to go to Microsoft. If you want to extend your warranty, you can for $69.99. It'll extend it for 3 years. You'll have that peace of mind. Yeah, it sucks that you have to send it back for 3. Huh?
Within how many days?
45 days. Yeah, 45 days from the day you buy it to register it. Because they know the day you bought it, right? They know when it gets scanned and all that bullshit. So they know the day you buy it, and they know how long you've had it for or whatever, so you need to register it. First off, register it, and then buy the warranty, fix the warranty, and then whenever something goes wrong with it, you send it back and send you a new one. Personally, I never got a warranty for my Xbox One original, the OG, the Day 1 2013 console, and I never had a problem with it. I had full confidence that they had really thought about the ventilation issues that they had with the 360, because that fan is fucking massive on that console. It's like half the console is a fan.
The console itself is massive.
You know what I mean? And the console is massive.
It's too big to be overheating. Yeah. I think that is a big reason why the Xbox One X was so big, was because they just wanted to be like, fuck it. We're going to not fuck around this time.
Yeah, they had a big fan. If you look at that,
lost a lot of money.
Half of that console was a fucking fan, dude.
Oh, dude, they lost fucking millions and millions and millions of dollars
on the Red Ring of Death.
Like Trump couldn't even say the amount of millions.
Billions and billions and billions. So they knew better. I mean, and they never got the warranty. I know people that did, from listening to other podcasts and other Facebook groups, etc. They definitely bought into it. I never did. And I never did because of one thing. I remember Major Nelson, or somebody, it was Don Matrick and Major Nelson, one of the heads of Xbox or the marketing people, but they said the Xbox One original was designed to be on for 10 years. And I was like, I'm pretty sure within 10 years we're going to have a new console, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
And as long as you dust your console, that's the key, motherfuckers. Dust your shit.
Well, I don't dust my shit.
Dust it, man. Because if you don't dust it, dude, those fans get clogged up and they get all fucking nasty. There's less airflow in there, and then
the dust gets in the fan, and the dust drops into the slots and then sticks on the fan.
And then there's less airflow.
The fan has problems. There's more weight on the fan. The fan has problems moving. Fucking blah blah blah. Yeah.
And then don't buy a PlayStation
consoles, guys.
Yeah, don't
That's
buy.
Be the name of the podcast.
And don't buy PlayStation 4s because they're roach motels.
No, come on. Let's be honest. The Xbox is too. It doesn't matter. They could just get right in there. And
remember that article though, where people were saying PS4 is a roach motel. Anyways, guys, we love you. I mean, I'm not sure where I stand on the warranty. I never got one, but maybe I should. Maybe You got me thinking, Alex. Should I get one? But I know I'm gonna buy that Xbox One bundle with the Elite controller because that's $5.99 and that's saving $50 on your controllers at GameStop. An Elite controller, that's fucking legit. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's a good bundle, GameStop. Good job. You did a good thing for once. Anyways, guys, with that being said, this is the Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 174. Hopefully that number's correct. Recorded on October 21st, 2017, and I'm one of your hosts.
Wait, are we start a show again? What's going on?
Jesus Walks a Lot on Xbox Live.
We're leaving. We're done.
Xbox Live, Jesus Walks a Lot. Nintendo. Hold on. How do I find my Switch code, Ryan?
Gosh, we don't want your Switch. Just close the show out.
God, I don't have your Switch either. I need to plug it into my Switch.
We're going to stay here for the next hour and just hear you.
Just message it post it in the group.
How do I find my Switch?
You can find him on Xbox Live, PSN, and no, not even PS. Just the Xbox Live. Jesus Walks a Lot. You can find him on Nintendo when he figures out what his fucking Switch code is.
I don't even know how to find it.
My name's Gunny Chief. That's where you can find me on Xbox Live.
I can tell you how to find it.
Twitter and Steam. Gunny Chief, one word. I'm done.
I'll tell you after the show, Jesus. Clint, where can they find you?
I found it. I found
it. Down here. Vengeful Jedi on Xbox Live and Steam and PlayStation. You can also find me at the Geekdig Podcast, geekdigpod.com.
That's it.
Alrighty, guys, and you can find me on Xbox Live, Steam, PSN, Mixer, Twitch, whatever the fuck you want to find me on. I'm probably Gib877 if I'm on there. 8777. Oh, I forgot a 7.
Whoa. You did. Whoa. Memory slipping, old man.
If I'm on there, I will be there. Jesus, what's your Switch code, bro?
SW021095083624. I'm Jesus HGP on the Switch. Because I couldn't put Jesus Walks a Lot, man.
Wait, was that his... Oh, that almost sounded like his serial number.
SW021095083624.
Man. What does Gidget say, Jesus?
Peace out, Brussels sprouts. Find me on the Switch. Let's play games. Love you. Bye. See you next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast.
Bye.
Bye. The next edition, the Mario Odyssey edition of the podcast.
More Destiny talk to come.
Oh, God.
From the Gunny Chief.
God.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Buenos nachos.
Ryan, I'm stuck in this tutorial, man.
Oh, you're playing Zelda. I'm stuck in the tutorial. I thought you started a long time ago.
Oh, I did.
You should be through the tutorial, dude.
Well, I gotta find these stupid shrines or something to talk to this guy or some bullshit that I have to do.
Yeah, you know the big towers that you can climb up? Or you can get to the top of them and you can look around? You gotta find the shrines that way. And then you mark them on your map and you go look for them. Hip. Hope. Hip. Hip. Hope. Hip. Hope.
Don't fall, Link.
Hope. Hip. Oh.
God died. I died. God.
Jesus. Put your camera down a little bit.
No, how about no? How about no?
How about yeah? Yeah would be a good answer to that.
How about no? How, motherfucker? How about no?
Alright, fine.
Who the fuck's listening to country music?
I know what kind of music that is.
It's not country music.
Goddamn country music.
No, that's...
I lost my maple syrup.
I know who that is.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I am Canadian. I like mooses.
Who is that? Jesus or Ryan? I know who that is.
It's the Tragically Hip.
See, I was thinking it was another.
Their singer just died, like on Tuesday, of brain cancer.
Oh, that's the guy that everybody's been talking about.
Tragically unhip.
My coffee's ready.
That's an old song, dude.
I was meaning to look that up
since 1985.
I'd been meaning to look that up and see who everybody'd been talking about, but
yeah, it's a big thing up here. Like, even I've never been a huge fan of theirs, but I've seen them like 4 times, and they're a fucking amazing live band. And he was a great performer, man. Gutty is like, I don't understand how you can't just copy paste questions off Facebook, like with the name and everything, because it works perfectly fine for me on my PC. Well, I can understand having troubles on your phone or on an iPad or something like that. See, it's just like, you just copy it, you fucking you go over it, you highlight what you want, name and everything, and you just fucking paste. You don't even have to copy paste it. If you have 2 screens open, you can drag it over to the thing and just drop it on, and it'll be there.
Oh shit, let me try that.
I have no friends on here.
I'll be your friend, Jesus.